Hello, one and all! Welcome back to another exciting episode of The Phoenix Assembly. I'm Jesus Christ. I'm Sully, your humble dungeon master, and with me, as always, are our fearless crime fighters. Say hi, fearless crime fighters.
Hi,
fearless crime fighters.
I'm watching the levels and they do not match. Yeah, if you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. Either way, hit the subscribe button and get in the chat. Why? Because it's free. And free is good.
Holy. Move your mic further away from your face.
As we left our heroes, they were chased into an old abandoned manor turned museum by some very dangerous foes. Some being some of the androids of the Cyber Division, a villain Meta posing as a security guard over at Future Tech, and some like run-of-the-mill gangsters belonging to the Tatsu Gang here in Bastion City. Though, as they finished their battle, after some of us being KO'd by desks, a figure stepped from the shadows, applauding them on a job well done, and offering them a job in turn. That job being to form and become the new Phoenix Assembly. We start with the man formerly known as the Doctor saying, and as I said previous, initially, the offer was only for Miss Beausoleil, but you all have impressed me beyond in more ways than one. I assure you I can provide resources that will more than accommodate any ambitions or goals that you may be following. So, have we reached an accord?
You pulled the map up from last game. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm just outside the door.
You saw that when he was like, yeah, it was kind of a more like a tryout. This kind of whole thing was a setup to be a tryout.
Right.
And then you were like, nope, don't trust this dude, and you like started to leave.
Right, but I waited right out the door because I didn't have eavesdropping.
Right. But that's what, so you hear all of that through the door. But if you recall, the last thing he said was, you'll be back soon. There's not much to go back to when you left.
Well, I remember.
I mean, if you're getting me out of school, why not?
He says, yes, he goes, trust me, I am very wealthy, and it is not as difficult as you think to get an adolescent out of school.
That's creepy.
Alright, I'm in.
I mean, if I can go still see my brother every once in a while, I'm good.
He says, my dear boy, who am I kidding? We should go around. We should introduce ourselves. We seem to have skipped over that very meaningful step. As we do this, you're outside. You see coming up the stairs so you guys are on like the big old, like the, technically where you're at, the manor portion is more than one floor, but we refer to the whole manor as the second floor and the museum as the first floor, just so nobody gets confused. You see coming up the stairs, looks like he's like, first off, kid with a hoodie on, has goggles like pulled up onto his forehead. He said he's got some sort of like handheld gaming device in his hand, and he is in it. And you see that he's just going off. He's walking. He's got these huge like gloves on, like they're fingerless gloves. They're like way bigger than his hands. Big old like clown shoes. Not really clown shoes. They're just really big boots. That can only be the only word I can figure out that would be synonymous would be clown shoes. He's got these kind of like cargo shorts on, these white cargo shorts on. His hoodie's like a white lab coat, but like with a hood on it, as if somebody was like, oh, you got a doctor's coat, and then also attached a hood onto it. Like, okay. He comes up the stairs. You see, fully walks right into you. And he goes, what? Oh. Hey. Who are you? Oh. Hold on. You see he, like, reaches up, starts messing with something that's, like, attached to his ear under his hood, and he just goes, bonjour. Como ça va?
No, I speak English.
Oh. Then why are you speaking French?
Oh my god, you are like 5. Shut up.
What? First off, I'm 14.
Big difference. 5 inches is what I meant. Ooh, nope, I didn't say that.
Hold on. Are you really about to use your mulligan right now?
It's not mulligan.
On the 3rd session?
Do you see he fully, hold on. Let me grab my dice.
Fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened?
Nothing good.
I believe
Oh
Aspen just
shit!
used mulligan
He
on the
fully.
3rd session.
You see that minute you say that, you see his eyes go like wide, kind of like in a very gross manner, in the sense that he fully gets it.
Oh man.
And he goes, "Oh, are?"
I didn't. I just.
He's like, "Are you?"
Kids are.
Is-
Okay.
Listen, lady. I'm not interested.
No, this is so. Even in France, so wrong.
Well, actually, he goes. Actually, the age of consent in France is 14. So, I mean, legally.
Who are you?
No. Who are you? You're standing at the front door of my house.
This is not a house. This is a museum. So you're dumb, haha.
You walked up the stairs to get here. Like you didn't start at the top and come down. So you had to have saw that the downstairs is a museum and the upstairs is a different building.
Do you want me to hit you?
I want you to move. If that'd be cool.
You calling me fat? You can walk through the door.
Yeah, but are you gonna move? Is that you see he walks up, he goes, opens the door, and he goes, Professor, there's a homeless lady outside. And you see the professor say, he goes, oh, we should go around and we should have a round of introduction. He goes, oh, good. He goes, wunderbar. She's still standing outside? You see, he kind of leans behind.
I kind of am homeless. Oh, that was sad. Fuck you.
He says, Miss Beausoleil, Fräulein, it is, would be in your best interest if you would come in and engage in the team. You see, he like puts up the air quotes. Team building exercises.
Here's the door. She just like. I left. I forgot something. That is why I'm here. I left. No.
Can you roll me a deception check?
Oh my god.
Oh, we're starting off strong.
Well.
Ooh, Jesus. I gotta get new dice. These bitches are weighted. You see, he goes, ah, yes, deflection. He goes, he goes, do not worry, it is a very common sense of coping. It's a very common coping mechanism. But please, you should come in, and you shall introduce yourselves to the rest of your team that you will be enjoying the next few days,
Nope.
if not more than that with.
I'll walk in, but that's all I'm agreeing to.
Very well.
I walk in.
So that seems a little counterproductive. I will allow it.
I walk in and I immediately go to the corner
Okay.
and sit on the floor.
He goes, wunderbar. Now we go into a circle and we will introduce ourselves. Starting with you, he said, and he points to you, Brett. He goes, I do not know who you are, child, but you seem to speak often, and I feel that you have much to contribute to our conversation.
I'm Tristan, and I got my hand chopped off today by something.
That is something we can overlook. You see, he goes over. He goes, and what about you? He points to you, Sage.
I'm Theo, but you said you already knew that.
Yes, I did. This is just this is more for them, not for me. He goes, Theo, is that short for something?
Theo?
Your parents, they named you Theo, and it is short for Theo?
Makes sense to me.
How sad. And he moves to, he goes, you, Thaian giant tin man, what do you call yourself?
I am Alpha.
Alpha, where is, most of the, he goes, the Alpha, the term Alpha usually refers to something that is the head of the pack. You do not travel with the pack. I am confused by your designation.
I break into a bunch of little nanites.
Ah, this makes much more sense.
Oh my god, I just got it. Oh my god. I'm dumb.
You see he points to you, Joe, and he goes, User was the...
Stairs. I have no idea what you're talking about.
What happened?
I'm upstairs. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm in an office upstairs.
Oh, right. Never mind. So then he points to you in the corner. And he says, "It is your turn, Fräulein." I do not understand.
She's just flicking him off for all those who can't see at home.
I do not feel that is a name. You just do it
I'm
again.
gonna
Just makes him off
transform into Aris, and then roll an intimidation check to get her to stand up and make her say her name.
So you can't roll an intimidation against players. You can say something in an attempt to intimidate a player, and then they would just have to tell you if they're intimidated or not.
Okay.
I suggest you get up and tell us your name before I freeze your feet to the ground again.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just have a really hard time understanding stupid people.
You see, he says, he goes, in fact, I second that. Why do you turn into a ghost when you need to speak? We all understood you just fine just a moment ago.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of confused too.
Okay, well now that we're on the same page and we all hate him, I am Colette.
Ah, Colette. He says, you are from the Outer District. I can tell by your name and by your accent.
What is that? I'm from France. I moved here 12 years ago.
Yes, the Outer Districts.
Out. Are you? Oh, this is the future. We do call things weird names. Never mind. I was gonna say, are you from the future? Never mind. Ignore that last statement. We are the future.
We are the future. Wow. You turn him back into a kid.
Yep.
All right. You see, he goes, good. Now, who will be the first to tell me where's the other one went?
Who?
What other one?
Theo just looks around and can he see, Philip from where he's standing through walls, you know?
Since you can see through walls, I would say you can.
Nova, sorry, Colette immediately sees him looking around. I'm pretty perceptive, right? Can I make a perception check?
Sure.
Oh, I'm not that perceptive. But good enough. I basically just want to... Colette, in my mind, is very curious and has a very, like... She can barely control her own powers, so, like, when she meets others who have them, it's very cool to her, but she tries to, like, keep it on the DL. Would you say I notice that he's possibly using... Like, why would anyone in this instance be looking so directly at something?
I think you're definitely on the right one. Not as from a power standpoint, but you being naturally curious and perceptive, you understand that yes, in this moment, why would anybody be looking up? Yeah. Right? Even the big fish dude, Finnegan, you know, didn't walk like directly straight up. He went up one of the flights of stairs that's kind of like lateral, and up to the other floor. But yeah, he's looking almost like directly
Cool.
up, and you're pretty. You could
Colette
tell that he's looking at
sprints
something.
over to him and like grabs his face, and she starts like moving his head around. She's like, "Oh my god, what are you doing? What do you see? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me."
Where is Philip in relation to me?
Philip, are you still? You're still in the office, right?
Whatever office that is.
Yeah, you see that he's in some sort of study, like a big old, like, you
Is
know.
there a wall, but like just one wall between me and him?
Yeah, it's the floor. The wall is the floor.
Okay, I'm just gonna go straight up.
He can fly.
You see that you're holding his head. He fully de-animates within the palm of your hand into just like loose pieces of sand or something, the consistency of it falls between your.
Ash does not have the same consistency as sand.
In the sense that it's small and it's fragmented, not like
Softer.
not like
It's
hard and
softer,
brittle, like
it's
hard.
gentle.
Yeah. He falls between your fingers, coalesces into a giant like shroud of darkness, and phases through the floor. You phase through the floor, and he goes. Ah, I see we are playing the. I know you are trying to protect your teammate. He goes, good. He goes, teamwork is great. Is a very important first step into building a successful team. But you forget this was all set up so I could see you all in action. I have seen the boy. I just need to know where he went. You face to the floor. Philip, are you hiding?
I don't recall if I was hiding or not. For consistency's sake, I guess I'll just say I wasn't, and I was just snooping upstairs.
Okay, you're looking through a whole bunch of the books and stuff. Like I said, you did ask what some of the books were, and they were just like crazy amounts of like, books on genetics and stuff like that. Just like high level genetics and like, so some sort of like geneticist and like there's books on like zoology and stuff up there. Like it's some crazy shit. Do you remember what you rolled? Because I think you did roll an investigation check. Do you remember what you rolled?
There's no way he remembers.
No, sorry.
I think you rolled relatively high, which is why I told you some of the titles of the books. So I will also tell you this. You see a bunch of research notes that are up there that are all about the study of like the study of like how the human body has adapted and how it could be a catalyst for like superpowers and stuff. So whoever this is, whoever this is the study this, is obviously very interested in superpowers. And Theo, you face to the floor and you fully come back together, in the same room. You see him like snooping through the room.
Excuse me, there's a guy with a mask who wants to talk to you. He called himself the professor. He's up there. Or down there. Was it up or down?
He's down now.
He's down there. And I just point at the ground.
Holy shit, man. Can you, God, give a guy some warning, Christ.
I'm
you wear
sorry.
a bell or something?
I'm not used to, this. But he wants to talk to you.
Did I see him come through the floor, or was I looking at books, right?
I would say that's up to you. I would say if you wanted to see him, you definitely saw, because he didn't stealth. So if you wanted to see him, you would have definitely saw the floor get a dark spot, and then suddenly form into a person.
Okay. Glad the people shooting you didn't murder you. There's a positive. There's a guy downstairs?
I didn't actually get shot by anyone.
There were
Wait,
some dudes,
yeah, I did.
fully loading bullets into you.
Yep,
What?
didn't say anything. I definitely did get shot.
I mean,
But
if
anywho,
your
I don't-
ability to dodge is that good, I'm not saying anything, but I definitely saw dudes shooting bullets at you. All right, whatever.
Well, I don't dodge. Just you wanna throw something at me?
Philip will take a book out
You're
of the
holding a
shelf
book.
and
You're
throw it
literally
at him.
holding a book
Yeah.
right now.
Philip just gonna throw the book at it, but he's not gonna lob it at him like a pass, gently, with a nice arc. He's just gonna full peg it at this kid.
You throw it. Do you, Theo, do you dodge?
No, I just stand there.
Hits him square in the chest. A rectangular size hole fully through and throughs through his chest as you hear as the book hits the ground. And then the ash falls back in place, reconstituting his body.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
You hear, "Children, please come downstairs. You are spending a lot of time there, and we need to get things underway."
I don't know where a staircase is, but he's really impatient, so I'm gonna go back. I'll see you there, and I just fall.
He just falls. Good luck finding the stairs. Like, that's the whole. This is the whole third episode. Is Joe being lost in the upper floor?
It's just like,
You know, I could just here. You know, I don't know where the stairs are.
Remember in
So
Fantasy
I
High
still have
when-
my wings up. I'm just
Remember-
gonna jump out of the window.
Remember in Fantasy High where we spent that whole like half an episode of Joe trying to figure out how to get through the hallways of that one building because it was all magic. He kept like changing.
I remember that.
Also,
I do
can I say
remember
real
that.
quick,
Fuck
whenever I
that.
go-
Fuck that mansion.
Whenever I go down, I coalesce back in Colette's hands.
Oh, because I was like, what?
You just see. You literally feel a head just like right back in your hands, like where they just were.
Whoa!
Hi.
Holy! Oh my God! Oh, that was cool.
That's oh my god.
I love how I pick French people and I can't speak French, so I'm just like making shit up.
Yeah, you see, you do that. I'll tell you what. Just give me a perception check, Philip.
A perception check.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull up this little sheet. As I said last session, I'm rolling physical now. So fuck you, chat.
Yeah. Fuck you, chat. Yeah.
22.
Okay. So, interestingly enough, and you see this the minute you go back outside. The upstairs from the outside is inconsistent with the design of the upstairs from the inside. Meaning, the upstairs look like it's probably like a floor and then maybe a little bit of something on the top of it to make the upper kind of roofing area that is the of the museum. But inside it is a fully, like, it is a massive manor. It's huge, which isn't consistent with the inside. So the minute you go out, you see that your perception is immediately altered in some way. So while you may be able to go through a window that is on the lower floor from you, you'd have to know where the window is. Because as of right now, you don't see any windows from the outside, other than the one that you went in.
No, it's fine. I was going like outside and then to the floor because he phased through the floor, so I figured I'd just go down.
So you go all the way down. So you go all the way back down to the museum floor and then just go back up the central staircase.
Yeah, I don't know where they were, so like, yeah, I guess.
Well, it literally is the only staircase, and again, it is now that the fight is over. You see that there's the staircase that's been like kind of called upon. You go up the staircase. You see everybody standing in this like kind of big old foyer by a fireplace, and he goes, "Ah, wunderbar." He goes, I hope that you're I hope that you have found your way rather safely. Will you please tell the class what your name is?
Ass.
Da? The class?
This is a class? I didn't sign up for a class.
He goes, "Ah, I see. You are confused by my analogy. It is a metaphorical synonym for the word, a team that is learning something all in synchronization. It is not actually a class. We are all just learning the same thing at the same time. Much.
And what would that be?
Like a class. Do one of you wish to tell him?
I'm still kind of unsure.
I'm a bit lost.
Very well. Time for some exposition. You'll see, long have we of Bastion City waited under the rule of the government, allowing for the gusto, the glory of the superhero to go long.
I'm sorry, just real quick. Your accent's really hard to understand.
You see that he goes, then this might be a problem. You see the kid who's like sitting at like the counter of like by the kitchen is sitting there playing like on his game, and he goes, he's saying he wants you to be superheroes. It's not that hard.
He said it straight.
Yeah, he has a tendency to talk around corners, or what is it, bushes, some shit. I don't know. And he goes, you Miles, language. We do not use that. We do not use that kind of language here. He goes, yeah, sure. Do you have any more questions that so ask me now, because I'm not in a giving mood.
There's a no cursing rule? Fuck that shit!
He goes, language!
Yeah, this is fucking stupid.
I need the two of you to both make fortitude saves.
Oh, great.
Fortitude is a +17. That's a dirty 20.
Wait, hold on.
Wait,
you're still defenseless.
17?
Why am I
Yes,
defenseless?
I did
Hold on.
say +17.
You rolled a 3.
I did roll a 3. That is correct.
All right.
That
you
is
can
fact.
roll again if you like. Both of you feel the air grow very like degrees warmer all of a sudden, and you feel that like some of your both of you have hair that's out, not like under a hat or anything. Your hair starts to like stand up a little bit as you immediately like Philip, you as like even though you're in the medical field, you still know like basic science. There is
Even though you're in the medical field, you mean because you're in the medical field?
No, because this wouldn't be a medicine thing. You feel that there's like a current in the air, like an electrical current is in the air, which is causing your hair to stand up from the static field. You both pass. You do both pass, but you do feel like again, your hair starts to stand up. You physically feel yourselves get warmer. It is your choice to continue or not.
Just have this
Whoa! All right, old timer. Let's calm it down a few notches. There's no need for that.
I am not playing this bullshit. I'm 26.
I do not speak for her.
No,
I just want that to
you
be
are.
known. Like
I
that's
am
on her. I didn't say anything. That's good.
6?
You zap her. I'm good.
This is. Do you know where I am from? That is our second language.
Hey, French lady, you should just quit while you're ahead.
That's what I have been trying to do. He will not let me leave.
I meant like quit talking.
You see that he taps his cane. You feel that sense of like static in the air slowly die down. He walks over to the door, closes it, turns the deadbolt, and you see he goes, we have wasted enough time. Let us begin, shall we?
I'm Philip, by the way.
He goes, interesting. You see that he goes, if we are all done dilly-dallying, he goes, please follow me to the danger room.
No.
That is a very unique name for a
what
room.
kind of-
All right.
That's like,
The what now?
hey kids, I have candy. Follow me to my white van. Same premise.
He goes, do not worry, it is a long, and he goes, it is just a room where we use a simulation of sorts to, well, simulate different environments and different situations. He goes, you'll each need to show me what it is that you can do. Do not be afraid to surpass any limits that you may have. We have a full medical bay. that is ready for you in case something dangerous happens.
This is dumb. There's nobody is, and she's talking to the whole group. Does nobody else thinks this is stupid? We don't know this man. He's randomly putting us in danger, and we just are supposed to trust him. I don't see the appeal here.
Are you saying that out loud?
To the group, them, yes.
Yeah. I figure. I mean, are you trying to say it so where he too can hear you?
Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I'm just specifically talking to the group.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really like my life out of here, so
None of us do.
why not give it a shot?
Oh my.
I mean, I got a pretty good thing going. She's got a point, but if he just answers some questions I've got, then I'm down to do the whole superhero thing. I mean, my boss is a superhero. I could do that shit. Sorry. Don't tap me, please.
He goes, I will let that pass, but if you have questions, you may wish to ask them now rather than later.
Are you the guy that paid off that guard at my job, or was that somebody else?
Oh, no, that was someone else, but I did pay the man that paid the guard.
Okay, so in a roundabout way, you're the one that paid the. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Was I supposed to find that money?
Well, not you specifically. We implement a series of different situations where we hope to spark the fire of heroism inside of different individuals located around Bastion City. You managed to find yourself in the way of someone who is corrupt and accepting bribes from very dangerous individuals.
Grand orchestrator. Okay.
Can we get a translation again?
You see, he goes, look, I'm going to start charging by the hour if we're going to keep doing this.
It's been like 10 minutes.
I love this nasty child.
You can't just introduce someone that's like, he says this. And
You see,
not expect us to
you
look
see,
at that guy.
he fully folds the little holodeck he's playing his game on. He goes, he's saying that he's orchestrating a bunch of very bad situations so that you guys can find them and spark the inner fire of heroism and, be heroes and shit and not be.
What's your name, kid? I don't think I got that one.
Hey, he did it.
He goes, yeah, he goes, I've known him longer. He's not gonna zap me.
What's your name, sassy child?
Miles.
Pleasure to meet you, Miles. I'm sure we're gonna get along great, as long as your great uncle or whatever doesn't zap me.
Yeah, no, he's not my uncle.
Cool.
Wait. Isn't Miles like Asian?
Miles, yeah, he's like.
This guy's like
He's
German. Not even kind of close, job.
I don't know what their relationship is. I'm just taking stabs in the dark. All right.
Yeah, you see that Miles
He looks
is
like a great uncle. He
Miles
looks like
is
his
like this
uncle.
kind of like second or third generation Asian American kid. Again, he's as he said, he's 14. He's got this crazy long hair that sticks up. Usually it sticks up, but it's currently being held back by goggles and a hood. But yeah, you see that he goes, cool. Any other questions?
What's your
Can I
power?
be last to go into this room?
He's just gonna be last.
I don't know what I'm doing with this thing yet.
Oh. What do you mean this thing? What is that? And you see that you see that yeah, you see that the doctor / the professor goes
We need to pick one. Nope.
well he asked you to call him the doctor, but you hear that Miles calls him the professor.
We need to pick one.
And you see that he goes, yes, that brings up a very interesting point. Is that not something that you were gifted with on the eve of everyone else's powers?
We all got our powers.
You say gifted like it's a
I'm
good
not gonna
thing.
lie, I was snooping around a lab on a field trip, and I kind of waved to this thing in a tube, and it broke the tube and sliced my hand off and became my hand.
I'm going to ask you a very serious question now. I advise that you take a moment before answering, and you should answer truthfully. Do you understand?
Yes.
Well, that was easy.
Tristan, was it?
Yeah.
Do you have any powers outside of the machine on your currently mounted on your wrist?
Nope.
Yes.
What?
I'm just an ordinary teenager.
The rest of you, if you could step inside of the danger room, please.
No.
You see, he goes, Miles goes, look, it's creepy, I know, but
I'll
like,
go first if she's nervous or whatever. I mean,
it's
I
not
don't
gonna
care.
kill you.
Theo
I
just
mean,
walks in.
it might, but like,
Wait a
only,
minute, it might?
only if you let it.
So, is this supposed to be convincing? Because it's not.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna lie, I don't care about this whole new team thing. He's been on it for the last maybe year, so I think it's a bad idea.
So I can walk out. You think? Is he going to let me?
Can you walk out? Yeah. Is he gonna let you? Probably. Though the professor
Well, you
does
have to-
tend to hold grudges, so I don't know. I guess it's up to you.
I really
Is
don't
it just a
believe you.
door to the room?
What's up?
Is it just a door to the room?
It's not just a door, it's a giant metal, like, steel banded door with almost like a bank vault style like wheel lock on it. You walk up, there's like a keypad next to it. You see
I just fully walked through it.
you try to pass through, and actually it's not on yet, so you are able to pass through. You see the doctor walks up, puts his hand on it, and he goes, and you just hear, "Ding! Welcome, doctor." You hear, "Goo, goo, 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 goo," as like it is just like a bunch of heavy metal rods and like steel bands coming undone as the door unlocks, and he swings it open. It is just like a big old room that looks like a giant piece of grid paper inside.
Y'all coming?
I got told to wait outside.
Okay, then y'all excluding you? Are you coming?
You see, he goes,
Sure.
You're welcome to go by yourself if you wish."
Are we doing this as a team? I thought this was like a one at a time. But...
True, it was. If you believe that cooperating as a team now would be beneficial to you later, I would suggest doing it as a team. Otherwise, I will shut the door and allow Mr. Theo here to commence the experiment himself.
Will I get a turn?
Yes,
And I
each of you will get a turn.
Alright, I don't know. I'll put it to everybody else. I mean, you want to go in there together if it makes you feel less nervous. As he says that, he looks over at Nova or whatever her name is.
Colette to you.
Colette. He looks over at Colette and like, but if you don't, I mean, I'm down to just.
Small boy, I am not nervous. I am just. This is dumb. This is stupid.
Well, I mean, you're kind of sounding like a chicken right now. That's all I'm saying.
Do you think that you bother me right now? Because the only thing bothering me about you is your breath. Step away, small one.
I'm not that close to you.
Oh, really? I can smell it from here. Disgusting.
You see, Miles goes, "Okay, cool. I don't know what this is, but take it outside or something."
Oh,
And you
go
see,
outside?
you see
You
he
think I can go
shuts the
outside?
door. You see he shuts the door. Theo, you are in there by yourself. You see a blue like LED kind of lights all of the lines, all of the cross sections of all of the different lines in the room, and just as it comes on. You see that for starters, just
I'm gonna stand on one specific square just in case.
Okay. You see that happens, and the very first thing that happens is it's just like the like a dummy, like a faceless, featureless, like dummy, like machine humanoid is pushed through a lift from the ground, raised upwards, and it just and it is just sitting there, standing there. You hear a now, if you could be so kind as to demonstrate what your capabilities are, we will go from there.
Like, you want me to hit it?
Yes. If your powers are that of the offensive kind, please commence your offensive capabilities.
Alright. Okay. I'm just gonna throw an Ash Blast at it then.
Alright, you attack it with an Ash Blast, it, boom, hits it. Does it do damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
You want me to roll?
You hit it. What is your, toughness is what, 15 plus damage. So what is your damage?
8.
Damn. 13, 23. You fully hit it. You watch as, the full face comes off. And it is just a full face of just, like, servos and murder as you blast the face off. But you see that nothing happens. Nothing seems to happen. You guys hear from the outside, while you're just kind of standing there awkwardly, you go, okay, readings show that he has an offensive blasting capabilities, that allow him to, accurately shoot projectiles at his opponents.
I don't like being profiled like this.
Yeah, you're on the inside, but again, it is just like this long, awkward moment where, nothing happens. You seem that they seem to be able to hear you, but you don't seem to be able to hear them other than when they speak through the intercom.
Oh, okay. Hello?
There is no response, but you do hear after, you guys hear from the outside, he goes, puts the droid into kill mode. And he says, all right. You watch the eyes fully come on bright red, and it's going to rush at you. You just see like, as it just starts to run after you. It is going to take a swing at you.
Do I have time to react?
You do have time to react.
I'm just gonna fly up.
You take flight.
Is there space?
Oh yeah, there's space.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly up like 10 feet.
You launch into the air. Your like legs kind of like turn into like a weird like wisp as you launch into the sky. And he says, "Oh, subject has the capability of flight." He says, "Ah, interesting." He goes, "Commence." Turn. He goes, "Go." He goes, turns the droid to level 3. You see a click, click, click. As you see, it looks at you. Its legs turn fully open up as a rocket comes out of the cab, and it launches upwards, flying after you.
Oh shit!
You see both of its forearms open up. 2 massive blades shoot out from the forearms, like these weird-looking like praying mantis kind of style blades, as it is flying straight at you.
Theo's just like, wait, and throws his hands in front of him.
Do you stay? Are you insubstantial all of the time?
Yeah.
You see that it slashes you cleanly in half. All of you watch on the monitor as he is fully cut vertically in half. It is just a floating torso with no legs. You drop about 3 feet before that ash comes back and gives you your tail. Gives you back your tail. You hear, and target is insubstantial. Huh. Interesting. You see that he goes, does he have any weaknesses? And you see he goes, hard to tell. You could try. He goes, he does seem to be made of some sort of.
Can you guys stop? This is not fun.
You're just flying around on the inside as he's chasing, whoosh, chasing you around the room, just like shing, 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 just trying to like cut you with the blades and shit. Because even though like it's not doing much damage, it is like slowly like chipping away at you. And he just goes, try fire. You see that it fully stops in midair. The chest opens up to a giant like the nozzle of a flamethrower that has all the holes in it. Like the compensator has like that big ass like muzzle brake on the end of it. Big ass like jet turbine pops out of its chest. How do you fare against fire?
Not.
It is going to try to blast you with fire. Do you say anything before? I'll say this. Does anybody say anything?
Is this why I'm not allowed in there?
I just saw its like chest.
This is a
open
bit
up, right?
much, isn't it?
Roll me a persuasion check, please, Philip.
Persuasion. All right. Let me pop over to skills. Bada bing, bada bump. 16.
16. You say that the doctor's face is still fully glued to the screen. You see that you guys are darting around the room. The chest is open. You see all of a sudden its body like flashes this light. It is now glowing as if fully like outlined in this kind of light. And for the first time, you guys, he starts flying after you. He reaches out, grabs where your tail is, and while you're expecting it to pass through you as normal, its fist closes around one of your legs.
Oh fuck!
It boom slams you to the ground, pins you to the ground. Giant the fucking flamethrower points into your face, and you see. Right, and just as the flame flickers on, right in the middle of it,
you face through the ground.
Yes, you try to face to the ground, and your ash, instead of going through, just flattens and starts to try to go across the ground. You are unable to pass to the floor, but just as it shoots, it powers down. It lets you go, stands upright. All of its parts close, and it is pushed back into the ground. The lights turn off. You hear the loud releases of all of the locks. The door swings open.
I want to leave.
You see, he goes, my boy, you've performed admirably.
I don't like being attacked.
He goes, yes, I doubt anyone does, but we must get you familiar with what it takes to be a hero. Before something dangerous happens to you later.
Okay. And Theo just like walks out of the room.
You start walking out of the room. You see that Miles goes, You want a juice?
Yeah, I'd love it. Do you have like some gin?
We got orange juice.
I guess that'll do.
It's just not the same at all. You see that he kind of directs you to the kitchen where like there's this giant steel fridge. And let me explain something to you as you walk around the mansion. The manor upstairs, in contrast to what's downstairs, is beautifully kept. As I try to explain before, it seems that like they live up here actively, so that everything is kept clean and tidy and kept. You see, everything in the manor is scaled much larger than something you'd see in a normal house. And what I mean is just gigantic long windows that stretch upwards anywhere between like 10 and 12 feet, with like equally large velvet curtains that drape down either side, and like the rest is just they rest just barely touching the floor. Just huge windows, huge like furniture that's like way too big. The dining room has this massive table that takes up majority of the center of the chamber, and like that's another thing of like that kind of complements like this whole upstairs. Each of these rooms are chambers rather than rooms. So these are just like huge open spaces that fit like a theme, obviously, be it the dining room or the recreational hall, but are all roughly like 20 or so feet by 20 or so feet. Just huge rooms, and like some even bigger than that. You see like the whole upper floors are made of like this mix of dark cherry wood and like cedar, and it like gives it this really kind of dark, like grandpa vibes, like the whole house. Like all of the light bulbs are just like in these torches that are in sconces that line the hallways. And like each of the hallways are just twists and turns, like like a labyrinth of twists and turns. But like he kind of guides you to the kitchen, where you see this huge kitchen, giant island in the middle, this like marble island, in the center. Giant fridge that's like 4 compartments. It's like 4 doors instead of 2 doors.
Like bigger than life big, like made for someone larger than me.
No. So it's not bigger as in the sense that it's like made for somebody bigger. It seems like it's bigger in the sense it's like, oh, you could buy a normal fridge for however many $100, or you could buy this fridge that has all of these extra accessories. It also talks to your washing machine. It also like, you know, has a pull-out freezer at the bottom that acts as a deep freezer. It also has like a compartment on the side that you can see, like cup holders on the side, a compartment on the side where you store just drinks. Like it's big in the sense that it's a lot.
Okay.
You know,
I'm fully aware that Miles is Kid Quantum, right?
Oh yeah, it's not hard to tell. You see that like while Finn obviously doesn't fit in very well, given that he's a mutant in the sense that like his body physically mutated, and so like now he's a giant shark person, but he doesn't wear any of his costumes or any of his like gear all the time. You know, but so unless you know that Darwin is a shark. It's like a shark man. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't even think to look Finn's way. Miles is in costume all the time. He fully is just like in his full costume. His goggles are up, but and his like he has like this one glove that has like almost like a supercomputer built into it, and he even wears that all the time. Like he's in full costume all the time. He doesn't care to change out.
They was like, would you rather me call you like Miles or Kid Quantum or what's the dealio here?
He goes, "Oh no, you discovered my secret identity." No, I don't. He just look. Nobody calls me Kid Quantum except people who are like thanking me for, you know, pulling them out of a burning building or something. So.
Okay,
yeah.
I've just never like met a hero before or anything, so I'm just checking, my guy.
Look, we're not celebrities or anything, you know. We're just like you.
Huh. So that OJ.
Oh, right. You see that he fully hits a button on the fridge, takes a glass, puts it under it, and they have an orange juice dispenser like where the water dispenser is.
And you can't get gin in that thing.
Yeah, strict no drinking policy, I'm afraid.
Oh, we're gonna have to break that.
Out of character. Where the fuck is the appeal? What? This man don't let us curse, don't let us drink. He's annoying as fuck, and we're in danger. Why would we want to stay? There better be millions.
Is that what you want? You want money?
I don't know yet.
He goes, yeah, the supply is pretty much bottomless, so go crazy. Do you need to see the medic? Are you physically good?
I'm fine, dude.
Cool. All right. Bye. He just turns around, walks back to the chamber, and he goes,
I'm just gonna follow him.
with your glass of orange juice.
Yeah.
You see, he goes, okay. Who's next?
Me?
What do you think, Doc? He goes, Tristan, I need help. I need your help to explain to me why I can use you. Do your powers go? Do your powers go away when the machine is removed from your body?
I don't know if it can be removed.
Would you be opposed of us trying to remove it?
We can try.
What are you willing to risk? What are you hoping happens or doesn't happen when we try to remove it? Are you willing to die to have this thing removed from your wrist?
I mean, I'd rather not die. My life isn't that bad that I would be willing to risk my life to have this thing taken off.
What I need to understand is when you're set out, if I accept you into my team, and you find yourself out facing the likes of Silverback or Roadblock or anybody out there who is capable of ripping the likes of you apart. Are you prepared for that such a risk, all for the sake of keeping your little device safe?
At that point, I don't think the device would matter as long as everyone else is safe around me.
So the safety of the public is what is your driving force.
Yeah, ever since they made that law about no superhearing and crime just shut up, like, how can we just sit by and let that happen?
You see, he goes, well, that's gallant. And he goes, as much as I hate to say it, Professor, I think you should give him a shot. He goes, very well. If you wish to step into the chamber, please step into the chamber.
I'ma step in.
You see the door closes, and you see he immediately go. You guys hear him outside. Immediately go. He goes, send in the bot level 3, please. Like, right out the gate. For those of you who are listening, when he set one in with Theo, it started at level 1, and then it ramped up to level 3.
Technically started at level 0.
That technically started at level 0, and then it ramped to level 3.
He ramped it up. He went click, 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 which means he had to have moved 3 notches.
Yeah.
So he had to have been at level 0.
And you go in, and you immediately see this gigantic, like, it's almost like the thing, like, it looks like almost like a giant gorilla, immediately, like, comes out of the floor and just, is immediately running after you.
Alright, I am going to, quick action, draw the watch up, turn into Cortex. And then with that, I'm going to A, hide in plain sight, and B, make a technology check to see
Real
what wire
quick.
I can pull to break the room apart.
Real quick technicality, hide in plain sight requires you to have something to hide behind.
You right. I'm gonna make a solid rock with my inventor. I'm gonna make like a steel door to hide behind.
Was it a solid rock or a steel door?
Steel door.
Okay. Do you require like materials to have on your person to do that, or can you just like pull it up?
So I also took what is it?
Is it create?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no, then you're good. You see that you fucking turn to this. Are you even like really fucking short and shit?
Yeah.
So you turn into this
With a big head.
tiny little alien giant head. You hit the ground. You immediately start like pulling the metal, like you're almost like copying the resources from the metal in the room as you start to construct the steel door. You pull the metal up from behind you, and you will get to act. But I need to explain. I need to tell you what happens first, and that is the minute you pull up that steel door, you feel what is the equivalent of like a megaton bomb going off on the other side, as one of the fists comes straight down and almost like legitimately almost crushes you from the end.
I also have concealment that's precise. So as a free action, I can completely disappear out of his line of sight, and he has no idea where to hit me.
Well, he doesn't know where to hit you, but he does know that you just made a door with your bare hands, which is why he's hitting the door.
Yeah.
So he fully strikes the door, slams into the door. Can you give me a strength check, please?
Oh no. Okay.
You, boom! It slams into you. You feel the door fully fall on top of you. You are still under it, but you can hear its arms like a winch, kink, 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 like being winched upwards to slam back down on it again. You do get to. You can. What do you want to do here?
Force field projection 10 around myself.
Ooh. You see that it with one arm moves the door. The second one, he fully looks straight at you. Arm comes down. Whoom! You boom, boom, and it slams into the field, and you see it deflects the fist away. How long can your field hold for?
Indefinite.
Oh,
I have 10 points in it.
Okay.
Until I say go away.
Until you say go away. You see that he goes, huh. So he also turns into a tiny, big-headed guy?
Can I make a technology check to overtake the robot?
You can. Go ahead. Holy shit. You see that other than like it's advanced tech, but you know, most tech is relatively the same as far as like functionality goes. They always tend to have like some sort of power source, and then a bunch of like, you know, that power source is connected to a bunch of the different things it's sending power signals to. You think that if you can get control and reroute that power, not only can you redirect the power from like whatever's sending its signal, like basically whoever's controlling it from the outside, you could probably like disrupt that, so that it's more localized, meaning you could probably get it to listen to your commands, but also you can kind of probably change its own like recognition software to figure out who is and who isn't like an ally.
I don't want to do that. I want to create a transmitter and wire the transmitter into it.
You jump through it. Can you give me just real quick? Can you give me a what do I want here? Can you roll me a dodge? Just roll me your dodge.
Let me find it.
You see that like for a moment, because like for a moment you have to like let down the force field so you can like jump almost inside of it. The minute you let it down, you see that it like immediately notices you let it down, rears both of its fists back, bam, bam, slams on the other side. You jump, run up one of its giant arms, and it is just trying to like smack you with one of its arms the whole time. You jump in a little gap like in between the armpit, climb into the inside, seeing all the pieces on the inside. Some of the pieces start to like are moving in a weird way, so they're like almost like they're trying to crush you, but your tiny little body is able to like wiggle and shift your way through. You eventually find its way to its like mainframe cortex, where you start to just pulling out the wires and the different like receiving cords, cables and shit on the inside, splicing shit together. You guys see from the outside on the monitor, this giant like gorilla bot is like fully like smacking itself in the head. Sparks are shooting out of its neck and out of its eyes, and then eventually it fully stops, stands straight up, same red eyes, but it's just standing straight up, not moving at all. And you hear Miles, has there been a malfunction with the machine, or is the subject been deceased? He goes, oh, no. He goes, the bot is still very much alive. He goes, signs say it's functioning fine, other than a small routing error found in its transmitter. He goes, but otherwise it looks fine. You have control of the bot currently.
Do I know what it can do?
I'm gonna ask you to roll a technology check, but based on what you roll, is what information you get. So essentially, like, yeah, okay. I'm going to send you a private message.
Anyone want some OJ? I got a little left. Or I can go get you some more.
I sent you your information on Discord, Brett.
I'm gonna make this transmitter reach out to the other bots.
Okay. I'm gonna send you one last thing, though. You can absolutely get that transmitter to reach to the other bots.
I'm gonna make them fly up out of the floor.
You guys just see you guys hear him go, oh shit. And then he goes, Miles, language. And he goes, oh no. That's the right thing to say in this moment. And he goes, whatever do you mean? And you see he turns the screen, he goes, yeah, you see that? All of the silos just opened. You guys just see go. It's just like a small army of bots explodes out of the floor and lands and is just landing there.
Then I'm going to turn them off, jump out of the head, and transform back into Tristan.
Okay, you jump out, transforming mid-air, so it's like this tiny little speck just quickly grows back into your person. You land as you start to walk out, doing your little smug walk to the door. The door opens, and you see that the door opens, and can you make me a presence check with advantage, please?
What is it?
Presence. So just roll a roll your presence, but roll it at advantage. But like Tristan's, not Cortex's.
I thought it was on there.
And roll it with advantage. You come out and you see that Miles is like working on like restoring the damage that you've done, and you walk out, and while the professor is kind of like irritated, you see Miles goes, dude, nice moves back there. He goes redirecting the flow of data so that you could control the algorithm. Sick.
You know, with everything that just happened with those bots, I bet he could upgrade your glove too, if you really wanted me to.
Isn't that like Kid Quantum's thing?
You see that he goes, no, don't worry. He goes, my glove's fine. It's the, he goes, I didn't build this room.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at the doctor.
Well, this is an unexpected result.
How did he just know to do that?
Do what?
He just got that thing today. He hasn't experimented.
Well, whenever he becomes the character, he gains the stats of said character. So because Cortex is, it'd be like you becoming a professional soccer player. Like you became you woke up in the body.
Soccer field, and I know nothing about my magical abilities. How did I magically pick the soccer player out of the football, basketball, and soccer?
Well, that's the thing. He could have played this in any way, and he chose the Cortex route. There were definitely different ways he could have done that. And he says, well, I believe a recess is in order. Besides, I am, and you see, he goes, Professor, don't get out. He goes, don't get in your feelings. Just because he beat your little robots. He goes, fine. We've been very cryptic for the last hour. How's about a bit of a reward? Does that sound good and lifting of each other's spirits?
I'm cool with my OJ.
You have any of that gin that that guy was talking about earlier?
Aren't you a teenager?
I just destroyed all the robots. I think I can drink some gin.
He goes,
That still sounds pretty illegal.
He goes, sorry, dude, strict no drinking policy.
Damn.
He thinks it,
Whatever you say, it does.
messes with your cognitive abilities. And
It does. Crazy. Dude. You're a science kid. You should know this. Fuck you. Fuck you. This is Aspen, not Colette. Fuck you.
Not a science kid.
This no drinking thing isn't gonna last long.
He goes, Miles, if you'd show them to the loom, please. And you see, he goes, oh, we're doing that. He goes, well, it seems that now is a better time than ever. And he goes, okay, follow me, guys. And you see he turns around, and you guys are now following him instead of the doctor.
I'm following any of you bitches.
He goes, I think you'll like this next part.
Can I make a quick detour to the kitchen and refill up on OJ?
He goes, do you remember how to get there?
Yeah?
Can you make me a perception check?
Oh no. Where's perception? 9?
You go, yeah. And you start walking down the hallway. You like turn left, and it's like that thing in like the movie where you like go down the one hallway, and then after a second you go back down the hallway to the other way. And it goes, I knew it was that way. And he goes, no, you were right the first time. And you go back to the other side of the hallway. You find the kitchen, refill your on orange juice. You come back. You guys descend into this kind of secret chamber behind like a clock. He has to like move the clock's face. Do. After he hits the button, the face of the clock just whee turns, strikes 12, and then the whole clock moves, revealing like a chamber behind it. You are in this dark, kind of cold room. Like you can immediately tell this room is made of like metal because of like that weird chilly consistency that it gives off. and he says, "Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, probably the only thing I'm excited about in this whole place. So, you see the lights, like a large garage comes on, and the only thing on the other side of the room that you see, it's pretty much empty the whole way, other than these like giant tubes that are on either side of the room. There's one open tube at the end, but there's about 30, like 15 to 15 on either side of tubes, with all these little like plaques on the bottom of them, and like the one tube at the end. And he goes, and this is our fabricator. This is our Mark 6 fabricator, aka the loom. And he goes,
You're saying lube?
loom, Loom, loom. You see, he looks at you like he's excited, but you guys are just kind of like, what? He goes, okay, nobody's excited as I am. He goes, fabricator means we make stuff here.
Can it make me fake skin to go over my hand?
I'm sure we can program it to do that, but
I just didn't we see
Can I
that
have
alien
30
thing?
seconds with the programming to make it do that?
Here's where I, as a DM, go. Do I let you mess with all of my fun machines inside of this Professor Xavier's School for the Gifted style
And that's where
manner?
you definitely go no.
And I go, no. He goes,
point out that we just saw him, and I point to Tristan, create something out of thin air, so why do we need this?
Why are we relying on a stupid kid to make us stuff? What?
he goes, okay, hurtful.
No, not you. Tristan.
He goes,
Why
oh,
do we trust...
less hurtful.
No, I'm asking the question. You'll know it's Colette because she has an accent.
What was the question?
He said, why are they relying on you to make stuff? He goes, listen, long story short, we've especially programmed this machine for a very specific reason. So if we would stop asking and we would stand in the damn tube, he like looks around, we can get shit rocking.
I'm sorry,
I'm in.
stand in
Let's
the
get
tube.
this fucking shit
I'm
rolling.
telling.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk into the tube because I like Miles now.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
You want to go first?
I said follow.
Yep.
No, Tristan's going first.
Yep.
Does anybody want to look? Does anybody
I was
want to
about
look
say,
at what's in the room in the meantime?
For sure.
Sure.
Can I examine the tube
Sure.
before anybody gets in it?
Yeah, you can give me a perception check. Give me a check that you think is appropriate here.
Should I do insight?
Hmm.
What are you
that's fine.
trying? What like insight are you trying to gauge?
I just have a higher insight.
You gotta tell me what it is you're trying to. Technology. Are you looking at the tube that's open currently?
The one that he said for us to get in, trying to figure out what it does.
Okay, you can see that with a 22 technology check, it has all of these kind of like, you know how like when they paint cars with like the automated car painting things where like they're on belts and stuff. So it's kind of like that is all on the inside, but you see that like first off there's these 2 footholds at the bottom, so clearly you stand there and then the belts and these things move around in circles around you. Clearly like it's called the fabricator, so it's making something with a humanoid person at its center, and you do that, and as you do that, I think that, so go ahead and roll me an insight real
Can I
quick.
give us our super suits?
I just want to see. Whatever you think I should roll.
You think that that's probably the case.
Cool.
Philip, what are you looking at with your perception check?
Around the room.
Okay. You see, like, again, all of these tubes along the room and stuff. You see, like, workbenches and stuff are in this room, but for the most part, it's just these tubes. So yeah, you see, like, the workbenches, you see the tubes, you see that they're, like, on this kind of platform. The tubes are, like, stationed on this kind of platform. This room is, like, not as decorated as the other ones. Is there something you wish to look at more intently?
Workbenches.
Okay, you go to the workbench. How up to date do you think Philip is? And I'm asking you as the player. How up to date would you say Philip is on heroes of like masked vigilantes of Bastion City?
Up to date? Not very. I'd say he's probably familiar with the original Phoenix Assembly.
Okay. Can you recognize like some of the things that are on here? You've got like will look like to be like these pellets and stuff that have been like kind of dissected as if somebody was working on the inner workings of them. You see like these crazy looking, like, only way I can explain it are like batarangs and whatnot. Just like a whole table of gadgets.
Huh. Can I pick one of them up?
Sure. You see that there is a kind of like grappling gun looking thing. A long staff kind of thing. Like I said, the pellets. You see the little like throwing boomerang things. You see that there's these kind of vambracers with these kind of like things off to the side that like look like they're like do you know what a sword catcher is? Do you know what that is?
A sword catcher. No.
No, so a sword catcher is like a knife. It's like a knife that's got like notches in the side of it, and it's used in your offhand when you're sword fighting to catch people's swords, and then when you twist it, it breaks the blade.
The Stabby Fork. Yeah, I know what that looks like.
Yeah, you see like a couple of those, like that are again. None of this stuff is just like a sword or a knife. It's got like an extra bit of flair to it. So like again, that sword catcher, the handle's been taken apart, and you see that like inside is like the electrical workings of like a taser or some shit. Because you can see that there's some sort of like currently the flow of electricity has like been severed and it's like messed up. You see that the pellets are meant to disperse something. The boomerangs have like different tips on them. Some of them are like razor sharp tips, probably to make something a little bit more deadly. One of them is like probably like has like a bola net that's probably like that's worked into it. But you see all of these different things on the table. Which one are you thinking of, or which one did you have in mind?
Are there any smoke bombs?
You see that the pellets are probably those.
I want to just pick up and throw a smoke bomb.
All right. Can you roll me a D6, please?
A D6?
Yeah.
Oh, certainly. Let me just pull one of those out of my little box. Ha! 6.
Oh shit. Okay. Are you throwing it at somebody or just in the room somewhere?
At my feet.
You throw it at your feet? Can you roll a fortitude save, please?
Yeah, of course. Of course I can. A fortitude save. Smiles. Alright. There's the D20. Do. Plus 17.
30. No, I don't know. 26? You immediately, like, get this burning, like, feeling in your nose. It's like you're smelling like alcohol almost, kind of like, or something with a sharp like smell to it. It's not, it doesn't have a smell, just like the vapors from it are super sharp. They're real harsh, and you immediately feel like the more you sniff it, the lighter the lighter in the head you get. You immediately cover your face and step out of it, like holding your breath and whatnot, but you like moments before falling unconscious.
For curiosity's sake, how close was I to failing
Not you weren't very close. It's just that, like, you know, for story purposes, I'm explaining that what it smells like to smell sleeping gas.
Gotcha. I was just checking.
To just fully huff sleeping gas. You see that? Tristan, you step into the machine, the thing closes, you see a huge interface comes up with a bunch of sliders and shit on it. Would you do us a favor and describe to us the super suit that you make?
My super suit? So I'd like to think it's like just normal casual clothing, and then, or like it's a vest, and then one arm goes all the way down to my hand with a glove, and the glove has like a little slot in it to where the holograms pop up, so I can see the different creatures from the thing on my wrist.
Okay, you see a big old button that's like, again, this whole thing is just like a bunch of screens that show, like, you know, choose a primary cover, choose a primary color, choose a secondary color, choose a tertiary color, choose an accent color, you know, cape, no cape, hood, no head, hood, no hood. Do you want to add any weapons to it? Shit like that. So you make that suit, and then there's like a big ass button on the side that says confirm.
Is he just fully in a character creator right now?
He's fully a character creator right now.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be like not spandex pants, but it's be like a black pair of jeans, tennis shoes, a vest.
That's not spandex at all. I thought you were gonna be like, it's not spandex. It's more of a nylon.
But like it's not gonna be. It's gonna be like traditional clothing for someone. So, except for the one arm that only goes down halfway down my forearm to show the alien parasite on my hand.
Okay. You see that giant confirm button when you're done, though.
I'm pressing that confirm button.
You press it, and you immediately see just like this big old like scanner come down, scans you, and then you see one of the tubes in the room, a like steel shielding goes over top of it, like a big old piece of like tint goes over top of it, and you just immediately like as it is like working on something behind it. And then you see that as it does that, it says it just like it looks like a keyboard pops up.
What do I type on the keyboard?
What do you type in the keyboard?
Mr. 5.
You hit that, and then you watch the plaque below that one flip backwards, and then the door opens.
I'm gonna walk through it.
All right, you step out. He looks fine.
What was in there?
I think this is where we get our costumes.
Oh. It's his name on it.
You see that? You say that? You see that? And then Miles goes, "Dude, costumes?"
I'm new to this whole superhero thing.
But come on, costumes? You want people to say like, "Oh my God, look at your costume"? What is this, Halloween?
Don't make me disable that glove on your hand.
He goes, "You try me."
Another day.
He goes, yeah, that's what I thought. And he goes, "Okay, who's next?" He goes, "Who's next?" And he goes, "I promise I won't peek. I won't peek until they're done. But let's hope they're not lame as hell."
I like it.
Theo just walks into the tube.
It closes. You see it closes. The same thing happens. Would you describe what your super suit looks like?
Can I just, like, hit the confirm button without doing anything?
I knew it. Okay, cool. I was just thinking how upset I was that I didn't draw any of them in their super suits, but both of you were just lame. So no, like keep it that way. It's fine.
But yeah, can I just like hit the confirm button?
You see, you have the confirm button is
Actually,
like
no.
the confirm button is
Never mind.
grayed out. Like you have to make a change. Whether it's just like you change the color of your jacket or something.
Is there like like just a gray trench coat I can add?
Yeah, you see that it's like overwear, underwear. Like so you see like it's like overwear. Like what's overwear? And it's like trench coats and stuff like that, capes. And then it's like underwear, and it's for people that wear like their like underwear on the outside of their spandex.
That was back in like the 90s.
Yeah, like 90s superheroes.
Talk to, like, upgrade this shit.
You can see there's a whole section where it's like clearly like different designers and engineers like were in here like adding what should and shouldn't go into a super suit. So like clearly there's like, you know, capes with the big old S on the back and underwear over your pants. And then there's just a suit of armor. Like it's just a suit of armor. Or one of them is just like, oh, it'd be sick if you just dressed as a ninja with katanas.
Is there like just out of curiosity, is there like a helmet that looks like the front of like a steam engine?
No.
Alright. I'm just gonna add like a gray thin trench coat and hit confirm.
You hit confirm, and then again it turns into the keyboard.
Can I poke my head through the door that I came in?
You see that this machine is definitely not designed to contain people. So, like, it's sturdy, sure, but it's not like, you know, if you had somebody inside whose whole thing was like, raw, I break out of stuff and I break shit, you could for sure break it. And you're just like, go right through the wall. Like, it's not meant to contain you.
Hey man, what's the keyboard for?
Oh, you have to save a preset. Like, what's the name of the preset? Most people use their alias or your super cool code name if you have got one like Kid Quantum.
I'm just gonna go back in and type trench coat and hit enter.
You see that one of the takes up a whole machine to make a trench coat. Plaque turns, door opens, and you step out and he goes, so how was it? Was it sick? Was it sick? Did you make something sick? Was it cool?
There was a lot to take in, and
Yeah, I know, right?
it wouldn't let me hit the enter button without like doing anything.
Well, yeah, because why would you want your super suit to be the stuff you wore right now? You know, we use materials and stuff that, like, if you want it to be regular clothes, we can make it bulletproof and stuff like that. So you have to make a change. So, you know, I really feel bad for people who didn't make any changes and probably just, like, added an overcoat or something.
Miles, I'm bulletproof.
Yeah, but, like, because you understand that not everybody...
It's gonna look funny.
You're not... Like, your clothes aren't bulletproof.
Can I go back in and like fix something?
You think we got tubes here for everybody to get 2 tries?
All right.
We're still renovating Dawn Star's outfits off of that damn thing. Like he pays rent on that shit or
You
something.
can have my try. I do not care.
No. Easy turns. He goes, was that forceful enough? I don't know if that was forceful enough.
Dude, I don't know with her. I don't know, man.
She's like scary, right? Is it just me?
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
want to.
hold on, 1 second.
Her.
Yeah, I feel like you can't say anything to her. Ow! Ow!
No. I poke him.
Oh shit. Okay. He's gotta make a will save. Do I have my die? No, I don't.
I specifically bad or good.
Depends on who you ask.
Cool. I specifically just want to take his intelligence for 0.3 seconds. Like that's it.
So,
That's
strangely
what I
enough, you poke him. You feel that suction, that the suck of the singularity. As you pull, because Kid Quantum is a meta, you do feel that as you steal a power from him, but you don't feel any smarter. You don't feel like suddenly a crazy heightened intellect or something. You're not like all of a sudden like, oh, I fully understand space travel and quantum theory. No, you've stolen his power, but it's in that moment you realize that Kid Quantum's power is not his intellect.
What is?
You kind of feel like Hardy. You're kind of something like, oh wow, like maybe maybe that morning you slept wrong and you had like a crick in your back or something. You feel fully good. Like you're just like, damn, I feel good as shit right now.
Man, he's got fucking healing. Lucky ass bitch. Cool. Then I slap him.
You slapped him because
That hurt, didn't it? Crazy how I can make that happen.
you see, were you under the impression that slapping me never hurts? Why would you do that?
What?
Ow!
I didn't take your intelligence, obviously.
You see, he goes, what do you mean you didn't take my intelligence?
Give him the chance. This backfired.
You see, he goes, what is happening?
He's lost.
What even are your powers? What are your powers?
I really thought I was gonna steal his intelligence. I'm real bummed now. I really thought. Did he really ask me that?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. I don't know.
You don't have any powers?
Nope. I don't even know why your boss likes me.
Deception check for
You bitch.
For sure, deception check.
Wait,
I was gonna say.
Can I like whisper to Miles like she took the arm from one of the cyber dudes?
I slap him.
Theo, you just get slapped in the face. Strangely enough.
But she's also. Sorry, go ahead. No, actually, keep going. My bad.
Can I roll an insight against that?
Yes. I'm gonna make a bit of a homebrew rule here.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I already failed my perception.
Well, wait a minute. And this might make you mad, Theo, but it also kind of makes sense for you, the way your power works, that you don't have to touch something physically. Like, in the sense that, like, he doesn't have to have a physical body. You could steal the powers of Oris if you wanted to.
How? If I can't. I thought my whole shit was like, it has to be a touch.
You do have to do the motion of a touch, meaning be within 5 feet,
Right.
make a melee attack.
Of their, like,
But it doesn't matter if they're insubstantial or not. Because how else, it wouldn't make any sense of how else you would get powers, unless you want to say that, like, if we ever decide that we can influence you to make your suit, you get them implemented into your special gloves or something.
So you about to tell me to make a will save?
Yeah, I think I might do that for a suit where I can touch incapacitated. What's it called?
Well, there's insubstantial
Yeah.
means that like you're physical, but when something will pass through you if it hits you. Meaning like if you smack him, he turns that part you hit turns into ash.
Oh, okay.
And incorporeal means you're a ghost. You're like invisible
Either
and
way,
like.
I think until I upgrade.
Fair enough. That's fair.
As someone with powers, I shouldn't be able to do that.
You go to slap him, his whole bottom jaw comes off.
I like totally forget. I'm like, oh.
Like there's a moment where it's just like up to his nose, and you're like, oh shit, oh okay, like as it just like comes back to his face.
It was just like sorry.
Also, in case.
You slap him, Miles goes, oh shit, oh wait, okay, that never gets.
I should have drawn it. I forgot to mention it. I'm always wearing gloves, like leather gloves. I had to take it off to slap him. It's too late for Molly, I'm thinking. So I originally wanted to be played out as though. So we're level 10. Does that mean? The plan was that like I can't control when it happens. It's like any touch, but I've almost been playing it like I can control it. So I guess it's too late now. So yeah, my slap does nothing unless I provoke it to, unless I tell my powers to work.
Okay.
So
yeah,
you
fully smacked the bottom half of his face off.
It was just because he annoyed me.
Yeah, you legitimately see Miles is like, oh my god. Oh wait. Oh yeah, that's not gonna get. I'm not gonna use to that anytime soon.
Cool. Now, little boy, please just give him my chance. I do not want it, and I will hurt you.
I do not doubt that. Like at all. We're clear on that? He's like nodding like, yes. Okay. That being said, I want to explain something to you. You asked me earlier if the professor would let you go. Mm-hmm. And I said yes.
Well, you...
Over the past year, things have been pretty grim around here. Honestly, it's been more than a year, but it's been really hitting home for the last year. So, you know, I'm hoping that you can, you know, you'd be able to help us out. Look. And, you know, don't, and he like turns to all of you and he goes, don't tell anyone I told you this. But ever since Dr. Richards died, you know, Dr. Richards.
Do I know who that is with Well Informed?
I would say you would. Actually, yeah, I would say you would. And I would say you would, and Philip would know.
Because of eidetic memory.
Yes. The position that Oz has now, like that super high, like kind of CEO, head of science division position that he has, basically like the head of Future Tech, used to belong to a different doctor named Dr. Richards. I'm sorry, not Dr. Richard. Dr. Richard Darling, aka Dr. Richard. And he was the one who originally brought together the Phoenix Assembly. You know, and you know, you even hear Miles say, he's like, yeah, you know, Dr. Richard was cool, you know, and you know, it's like he cared about the team, and you know, he really put what we wanted ahead of a lot of stuff. And when he died, and as you guys know by the tabloids, Dr. Richard was found dead after a chemical fire. After a few years of like making mad profit on the Phoenix Assembly, he made mad buku bucks, and then he was found dead in a fire. Afterwards, you know, the laws came and the superheroes were disbanded. You see that he goes, yeah, ever since he died, you know, and ever since he died, he's been different, darker, you know, and I'm worried that he's gonna, I don't know, make a mistake or something, do something he regrets.
So what you're saying is us becoming the new Phoenix Assembly is going to give him a purpose?
Yeah, you know, and I feel like, and you said it yourself, we've been in kind of a place lately where we can't just sit around and watch the world, you know, burn. You know, I haven't been able to do any hero stuff for the last 6 years. I've been sitting around here building this shit. You know?
He was 9. Jeez.
I still think I can help you make it better.
But
Well,
do you want to sit in, he's like, but do you want to sit inside of a room for 6 years and build machines no matter how cool they are, like this fabricator is? The answer is no.
I already said I don't.
He goes, and if I could, I'd absolutely suit up with you guys and I'd go out there, but unfortunately, I have to be here while you go out and do stuff and be your eyes in the sky.
Can't we switch?
He goes, do you know how to run the XLR mega supercomputer?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so. It's crazy. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
How long do these powers last again?
Why
And
can't
so,
the doctor
okay,
do that?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you.
Yes, you are. Come on. Maybe.
But why don't?
Okay,
why
I'll tell you
don't
this.
we just-
Normally, they last for a couple of, rounds. So in-game seconds.
So you told me in combat.
It's until
one round or until no. You said until they die or
if they fail by one
Oh, yeah.
6-1, like by one step, it's for a few seconds.
Right, so I can
If they fail by 2, it's until they go down. So it's or I would say like after a long like after a while. You feel like it's weird. You feel like normally it would start to like teeter off a little bit at this point.
It's only been like 30 seconds. Is it really
Either way,
right now?
it hasn't at all.
Did he roll that bad?
It feels like a part of one of your own abilities.
I was wondering.
Do you recall what the third failure step is?
Oh no, baby! This kid. Can I give it back? Oh. I'm serious.
Oh, I know you are.
Have I ruined this child
You stole his powers.
permanently?
Yeah.
Oh no!
He rolled a natural 1.
Can I feel this? Like, I feel like I should have just known that from the get-go, that I just obliterated this man's life.
I feel like you started to realize after a while, you're kind of like, this should have gone away by now.
Oh no.
And it hasn't.
That's no.
Yeah, but you see, he's just like, look, I just think this is a really good opportunity for us to get the world to see us differently than we have been, and for you guys to do some good, and all of us to do some good in the process. I know not all of us want to be heroes, but, I wish heroes were around when I was a kid, man. And I know if I had a second shot, I'd go back out.
You know what? I agree with you. We're roughly the same age here. But yeah, like when the heroes are around, yeah, they destroyed stuff, but at the end of the day, they were still doing good. Especially you and the original Phoenix Assembly.
Oh no, they were dicks. I mean, like, you guys have an opportunity to be like the real face of the Phoenix Assembly, cause like, and this doesn't leave this room. You guys are some of the coolest metas I've ever met.
No way.
Listen, I'm not saying it again. But like, he goes, that jaw dust thing is pretty freaking sick.
Hey, hi, you sounds like you're in a very good mood. Just so you know, don't get hurt anytime soon.
I don't plan to get hurt regardless.
Yeah, just don't do anything stupid that you would normally do, because you may have the ability to wipe it off like normal. Don't do it. Just stay safe.
What do you mean wipe it off by normally? You just start crying in front of him.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not a monster.
He goes, so, Colette, I'm just a man coming to you, asking you.
Oh, yeah, I'll go into it right now. If you promise to stay safe. She run to the tube.
He goes, is she always like that? Wasn't she like really scary a second ago?
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
I feel so bad. My heart.
The door shuts behind you. Would you describe what your super suit looks like?
I don't have to. I have a photo. But yeah, I will. Because you don't have it up right now.
I'll put it up the next
Yeah.
for the next
Once I
one
get-
because
once I
don't worry, you're gonna need them.
So mine is more like an actual. I'm not even gonna say the word. I know myself. Mine's like an actual hero outfit. So it's like kind of, cause I'm like basic, I guess, and I like didn't know, and I was like, this is dumb. I guess I'll just pick the generated one, cause they for sure have like
They have some presets.
Yeah.
They're bad. They're way worse than that. Like, you see that, like, there are presets saved in there. Clearly,
I scroll past trench coat and I'm like, what the fuck?
You do see, like, one is just a trench coat that's already fabricated, it's already done. There's another one that's, like, currently, like, work in progress. You can see that's, like, the preset name is Captain 5, or is it Mr. 5? Mr. 5. You see, like, Dawnstar's, like, 4 different renditions of his costume.
Fuck him.
You see, like, Dazzler's is in there. And, like, you see the first 3 renditions of Dawnstar's costume are that. They're all, like, they're all real basic, like suits where he's just like, aha, I've got a mask on my face. No one will ever know who I am just because they can't see my eyes.
I for sure picked that one. Out of irony. Colette hates Dawnstar with a fiery passion.
You can actually see that they take, like, a scan of you and, like, kind of, like, you become the mannequin that is, like, what they use for the presets. So, like, you see that Dawnstar on his costumes posed for each of them. Like everybody else was just standing there, so they all look, like, heroic in their pictures, like as mannequins. And he's just, like,
voguing.
He's, like, voguing. He looks like he's in, like, a photo booth, like, at, like, you'd see, like, a movie theater. Just inside, because you can't, like, move your feet. So he's just like doing mostly upper body work.
Yeah,
all his different costumes.
Colette hates him. So if any way to somehow make this funny and to take his costume and shit on it, like, for sure.
Okay.
So it's literally just a purple spandex, like, bodysuit with, like, big, like, think, like, Mrs. Incredible long ass boots, and then also, like, super duper long gloves, which are, like, I guess the magical can touch non-existing thing.
You go in, you actually can see that, like, there are, you know, do you want boots? What kind of boots are they? Do you want special boots? Like, do you want to put jets in them? Like those kind of things. Like, how do you feel about walking upside down on walls? And then it's like, you have gloves? What kind of gloves? What length of gloves do you want? And you can actually, like, it's like,
is this a real place to, like, make stuff we want to make?
Yeah, you guys,
This is
I'm telling you as a DM, this is your opportunity to add certain
for sure.
enchantments to your gear.
Give me some sticky boots or fly boots or something.
Okay. You have to tell me what it is, because you can't say sticky boots or fly boots or something, because those are not the same. Think about it.
Okay.
Think about it.
I can give it to you at the
Yeah,
end of the campaign, or at the end of the campaign.
You see that there is a part where it augments your glove. Remember, it fully scans you, and it, like, it's recommending and doing certain, like, recommendations to you based off of, like, what it's registered with your body. So it sees that you have some sort of, like, you know, power theft abilities and, like, ability, like, that's based on touch. And it's like, there's a part where it's like, do you wish to augment your gloves? In which way? And it's got all of these different augments and, like, augmentive capabilities to them. Which you wanted, so you want to put the one that's like, oh, I have trouble touching insubstantial people. So you hit those on your gloves. Mm-hmm. Cool.
As well as I can, they have sensors, so I can push my powers through them if I want. So I wear them to be safe, but I can still use them through the gloves.
Right. Okay.
Because I still don't think I want to go back on that, like, I think I want to go back on the I can't control it until later, and it didn't work for what's-his-face because he's insubstantial. Cool.
Oh, heard.
Cool.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. That's about it, and then it's just got, like, space-looking stuff all over it, and, like, a big black hole in the chest.
You see, you spend way too much time on, like, the color palette part,
No,
where it's
no.
like, it's,
I'm an artiste. Well, okay, yeah, you're right.
you see that it's like,
That would take forever.
you're just like, you start with, like, what color do you want the spandex to be? And you're just like,
What is it? Grayish nude purple? No. This is too bright. No. Where is the context? Where is the beauty?
You see that there's, like, a little button off to the corner that does, like, the slider as opposed to, like,
different tones of the colors.
And you're just like, oh, shit. You guys see that she's in there for way too long. Like, and you hear, like, a doom, doom, doom. Are you okay in there?
Oh, Nova.
All right, the door opens and he's like, okay, cool. I promise I won't peek. But is it cool?
How do you put it on? Is there, like, a button?
How do you put the suit on?
I have to, like, actually put it on? What kind of bullshit?
He goes.
There's no, like, magical button. And
He's
it just appears on my body?
like, it's being fabricated. He points to one of the tubes. Like now 3 of them have closed,
Oh, I
and you
thought-
can like see that it's like shaking and shit on the like there.
Gotcha,
He's
okay.
like, it's got to be fabricated. He goes, that's some next level tech right there. Got that shit from aliens.
Okay.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Can I go next?
He goes, sure. You're really tall. Well, you're only like 6 foot. Never mind. I keep imagining he was like this huge robot dude.
6 foot is huge to you.
No, it's not. I keep imagining he's like 7'5" or something. But you step in. What does your suit look like?
Nova waves at him.
Well-
as he leaves.
I was thinking some kind of really stretchy rubber that might be able to change shape as long as I still have 4 limbs with me. And maybe the rubber could negate the energy weapons of the cops?
Specifically the cops. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, not doing that.
Well, they're the only ones I've seen so far with energy stun guns, but
Hey,
yeah.
I had one for a second.
Yeah, you can absolutely like put like a polymer in it that'll like disperse the energy from their cannons on them. You see that it has like this kind of like almost like the term flexible is like almost like an understatement with the terms that it's
It's an incredible suit.
it literally changes because it registers that you like can interchange and changes. It actually like I'll say at first
Like Jack Jack?
it's very much just like you go in and it scans you and it's like unknown variable.
It's Jack Jack.
And it's like I don't know what it's supposed to do and it's like choose from this list of presets that best describes your abilities. And you're just like shape-shifting question mark? And it's like, oh, okay, cool. We recommend this this ultra flexible polymer that will change to your body without tearing ever. And you choose that, and you see that they put that like coating inside of it that'll help you with the energy weapons. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Can I get it in a urban camo color?
Hell yeah, you can get an urban camo color.
What the fuck is urban camo?
It's like gray, black, and red.
Camo for in cities or small towns.
Yeah.
More like
Uh,
small towns. But
You see that you hit confirm. It switches to the keyboard. What do you name your preset?
I'll just type robot. I'll be like, they'll know who that is.
You hit robot. You send it through. It makes you do a captcha real quick. Like, are you sure you're a robot?
I am not a robot. That's funny. You can't answer those questions, can you? Look, can you imagine? It's like click all the buttons with the car. It's like, what the fuck's a car? Ah!
The door opens. You step out, and he goes, "Oh, I can't wait to see yours." Who wishes to go next?
Miles, are you sure I can't go edit it?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, me too, because I'd kind of like to make mine bulletproof now.
He goes, wait a minute. Did you have the option to make your clothing bulletproof and then you didn't make it bulletproof?
Just to be known, I did do that. Yep, I did it.
You didn't tell us we could do that kind of stuff.
Read!
You gotta read because you didn't read it? He goes, there's a little option next to that's next to the customization section that talks about material. You pick bulletproof because it's a special grade Kevlar. He goes that is it's almost microscopic and is sewn into the woven fibers of pretty much any material. How do you see that and you not pick bulletproof? That's like something you should always pick.
And like I felt awkward being the only one in there.
You felt awkward picking bulletproof?
I also just didn't know what I was doing.
He goes, oh, but it's so he goes, we spent years on the UI making it so that it's so it's legible and readable. How did you not? Are you telling me it wasn't legible and readable?
It just moves so fast. I could probably make it slower if I turn into that little guy again.
Look, all right, look. I mean, I might have to go in and work some things around, but I might.
Please ignore this stupid man. He doesn't know what he is talking about. You have to press the next button to get to the next slide. It's not our fault you can't read. You are what? Still in 4th grade? That makes sense.
I'm in 6th grade.
Not you.
Oh, okay, right. My bad. No.
Wait, he's only. My brother's in 6th grade. My brother's 12. He should be in 7th or 8th.
He's in one of those.
Oh my God.
He's a superhero.
He's a
He didn't have
superhero.
time for school.
He's held back in absences.
He was absent 12 times on the 9th day.
He went back in time and absent 2 more times.
You see, he goes, I mean, I might be able to go in and rework some things so you can get a second shot at it, but that's some expensive ass, tech, and besides, I'm sure you'll be fine. It's not like you added, just a coat or something, or because that's silly, I mean, that's dumb.
I would never.
Right? That
Me
seems a little
neither.
counterproductive to be able to make a suit and you're just like, yeah, jacket's nice.
So can I go in and edit or not?
What? You're really adamant about being able to go back in there.
I just want it to be
Same.
bulletproof,
Yeah. Like I said, it's gonna take me a second. Let's just have everybody go through first. We'll go through. You, Red. What's your name again?
Who, me?
You're the only red one in here.
Am I? Perception check. I'm rolling a dice for this, actually, unironically. 10 plus what's my perception? 8. 18.
Yeah. I mean, there are costumes in here that are red. You see that there's a suit in here for the late solar flare who's in here. That's in here. I would say that with that perception, you actually see you take another look around the room. There are old suits in here, like the presets that have gone through this machine. The ones that they haven't fully thrown out are in some of these tubes still. They're still on the holders, like on the mannequin bodies. But you are the only red-headed kid in here.
I see. It's Philip.
Yeah, Philip. You wanna go make a cool ass super suit?
I mean, I don't know if that's necessary for me.
Oh, you don't want a cool super suit?
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, and Philip does his thing. He just he rolls up his sleeve, he unties his bandage.
You see that he actually. I mean, technically, yeah. It is kind of a uniform requirement. You have an image to uphold in the eyes of the public, so you don't want to.
I could just do this, and then he just bleeds all over himself.
That's gross.
You should probably get a red suit so you can't see all the blood.
Yeah.
Well, no, the point is that the blood is the suit, it's literally drenching me. It's covering me. It's the whole point.
Yeah, I think we all got that. It's just the grossest thing I've ever
I feel
seen.
like that is not going to help a little girl in a fire when she sees you. She's going to run into the fire.
Also, I feel like I'm gonna get a blood disease.
I am not the type of guy equipped to run into a burning building. That's not what my power does.
But what if you have to run into a burning building? You're gonna pick up a girl covered in blood?
I control the blood. I just take the blood doesn't go on her. It stays on me. That's the whole power.
See you is the point. She will be freaked out.
He goes, fair point. Theo, could you do me a favor? Could you just go all over the place real quick?
Well, real quick, the whole time he's covered in blood, Theo is retching, but nothing is coming out.
He's just like,
He's like, what do you want from me?
It's
And he
so hard
covers,
on this, and you
puts
guys
his
don't
hands
like
to
it?
the
He goes,
side of
do
his
that whole,
face
like-
so he can't see bloodshot.
he goes, do that whole fucking ash cloud you do real quick.
Yeah, and Theo just explodes into ash.
He goes, sick. Do you think a girl on a fire wants to be rescued by that?
Hey, he reformed.
Don't touch me!
He goes,
I don't even think a girl in a fire would recognize him aside from all of the ash that's already in the fire.
You're getting it.
God
You're getting it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
But at least
that's camo for him.
And since there's the boy who actually chooses camo, what is this? Is the U.S. Army?
How do you know what he made?
I don't. Never mind.
Are we not coming out in costume? I was under the assumption.
No, you're not.
Okay. I see.
He goes, look, just make a red suit. Just make a red suit. What?
And Deadpool did it. It should work for you.
Yeah.
Copyright.
I mean, you guys fucking assholes. You know what? And he goes and he marches into the machine.
Just
Deceased swimming area did it.
Tell us what it looks like.
Let me think.
Did you get my picture? Did you like it?
What was the question?
Did you get my picture in the Snapchat group of what you look like in like hero form?
Yeah, it was dismembered. It was
Yeah, did you
it was
like it?
cool. It wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but it was definitely.
Is, Joe. It never is with you.
It never is.
I have artistic liberty. Fuck you.
You have artistic. No, I'm not saying it's bad. You took artistic liberties with it. It looks good. It looks cool. I'm not calling it bad. It's just not what I thought of.
Yeah, well then you're gonna have someone else draw it, and then I'm gonna have to deal with listening to you and Maple again.
Hey, you got a problem with Maple? You got a problem with Maple?
I think that your idea was lame.
All right, my idea was lame, so now I'm designing a costume, and then you can redraw it with the costume. Fuck you.
Fine, deal. Go on.
Have fun. All right. Let me think here. I'm kind of liking the trench coat kind of vibe, but like I kind of want a lab coat
Do we
instead.
always have a trench coat?
No.
Trench coats?
I have a coat, but it's not a trench. It's a lab coat. It's a lab coat. I want to specify that. It's a lab coat. It's a blood red lab coat, and I'm trying to think of other stuff.
Can mine be along purple? We all have trench coats.
Was it trench coats or lab coats?
Well, they look pretty much the same.
No, hey,
No, they
hey.
don't.
Mine is a lab coat. All right, a trench coat is a much different vibe. What else? I want to specify that I would prefer something bulletproof. I want to specify that for the record.
I hear two people just
Let
like,
the record show
shit, I should have
that I am using the special Kevlar infused fabric. I'm trying to think of what else. I want combat boots. Just big old black military combat boots. What else do I want? I want little sleeves on the back of the coat for my blood wings. What else do I want?
You see, you have to actually go into the option. It's like multiple limbs. Like it's like, oh, do you have 4 arms? And you're like, yes. It's like we do not detect extra limbs on your person. You're like, oh, they're hidden. Like,
so sleeves in the back for my wings. What else do I want? I don't know. I guess just like red pants and a red shirt that are similar consistency to black. I don't know. I wanted to, I get it. Like the whole thing bleeding and whatever. Like red, you shouldn't tell I'm bleeding, but like I kind of think it gives the point away when I'm shooting my fucking blood at people. So like I get it. Red. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna be a massive contrarian right now.
I was saying, it's your suit, bro.
Fuck what I said about the blood red lab coat. We're going for the surprise style. We're going for the I brought you to an aquarium because you're an orange and you clearly have fire themed power. Nah, dude, my power is I control water. What are you talking about? So we're pulling an Iceland Greenland on him. I want my lab coat to be a nice glacier blue.
Ah, nice.
And I want all of my clothes to be dark blue.
These poor civilians are gonna be so confused.
They better be.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay. You see that it switches to the keyboard.
Phillips threads.
Ew, that sounds like an old mixtape, bro. Remember when he made burn CDs and it was like hot hits? Like
That is the exact vibe I'm going for with this naming. So yeah.
You step out as the chambers close. You've all made your ideal suits.
Yeah, ideal.
Yeah, ideal is the word. You see that Miles walks you out. He goes, "All right, you should have plenty of time for those to finish up." He goes, "They'll be finished here in a second. But you know, we'll make sure we get all your training in before you have any chance to put them on. So if we want to reconvene in the kitchen real quick, we could talk about like your training regimen."
Can I go
finishing off the combat danger room thing?
What's up?
Are we not finishing up the combat danger room thing?
You see that he can't because all of the bots have the transmitters fucked up.
I'm giving him the opportunity to glare. I'm giving him the opportunity to glare at Tristan.
Yeah, you see that like there's caution to, like police line tape on it. Finn. You see Finn. You see the little. And then you see he's walking down the hallway away from the danger room towards the door to leave. He's got a tiny ass like apron on, that is just like you see that has this. It's like a tuna, like a little tuna with a little like the black seaweed wrap on it with like a big old smiley face. That just says oh, what does it say? Now you sashimi. And yeah, it's supposed to be. It was gonna be Slam Burger.
Hold on, let me think of a better one.
Okay.
Let me think of a better one.
He's walking down, and you see that he's got like a little suit on, like a little like dress shirt and tie on, slacks, and you see he's like heading out. You see, "Oh, you heading out, Finn?" And he goes, "Yeah."
I like Finn. I would like to make friends with Finn.
You see, he says that to Miles. Sees you guys by him and goes, "Oh, who are you?"
Doing just fine, man.
He's talking to you guys.
Like all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just processing having a shark talk to me.
Yeah, this is like almost like an 8 foot tall like hammerhead shark. He's massive, yeah. Massive hammerhead shark, just fully jacked, like ripped, like just wide like profile, with a little sushi apron on, and
you going to work?
He goes. He says. He goes.
Sous chefing?
Yeah, I make sushi.
Isn't that like cannibalism?
No.
Wait, sharks eat fish, dumbass.
He goes. He goes. They're already dead, but I am an active advocate for making sure the fish are treated nicely in the meantime.
Oh yeah, and sustainable,
I would
right?
like to
Sustainable
recap.
caught.
I'd like to re-say what I said, but as Nova, sharks eat fish, dumbass.
He goes, such is the natural order of life. We've got a lobster tank in there too, so sometimes I talk to them when they're feeling lonely.
I like this guy.
What are fish?
Oh man, that's like
your friends?
incredibly morbid.
He goes, yeah, fish are friends, not food.
Is that from?
But
one
it's a lobster tank at a sushi place. Do you not cook them? Like, isn't that incredibly morbid?
No, we don't usually sell the lobsters. It's more for show. It's a fish tank, really.
Who comes
I see.
here to see them?
He goes, a lot of people actually. It's one of our best attractions. It's more for the show and less for the sushi. I try to make them stay away from the sushi. I say,
Yeah, I'm sure no one wants to have sushi when you're
the
around.
tuna rolls are bad. You should have a hamburger.
Okay, out of character, I'm lost. Is this a real restaurant inside the manor?
No, it's not in the manor.
No,
he
he's
has to
leaving
go.
to go to
He has
work.
to go out into Bastion City and work.
You're thinking, I thought this place was like so confused.
He goes, yeah, I try to protect the fish, but sometimes people don't want to listen to me, and they want to have
It's a
sushi.
sushi restaurant.
He goes, sad, isn't it?
Dumb. It's like going to Chick-fil-A and be like, yeah, just don't get the chicken.
Yeah.
You know, we all gotta do what we gotta do. Know
Have
what I
fun
mean?
at work.
Hey, thank you. I don't know who you are, but I have a feeling we're going to be friends.
I'm Theo.
Good to meet you, Theo. My name's Finn. Some people call me Phineas, but you can call me Finn. Get it? 'Cause I've got a fin.
That was a good one.
Can't tell if Theo is scared or actually laughing.
He's like trying to be nice to the weird kid, but the weird kid like smells real bad. He's having a hard time.
In this case, the weird kid smells like fish. Like, he goes,
Sad.
all right, I'll see you. Good luck on the whole training thing. You see,
Bye, Finn.
he goes, goodbye, and he like heads out. He heads out.
Why is he the cutest kid ever?
You guys had it. He goes, so that's Finn. Some of you might know him as Darwin. His picture's up there somewhere. Yeah, he used to be an old teammate of mine.
And now he's a sushi chef.
Yeah, you know.
Who
He goes,
selling sushi.
yeah. After the whole outlaw heroes thing, it was hard for him to fit in anywhere. But because, but because he can talk to fish, it made it easy to like catch them. So that's how he got there. But yeah, you know, he usually recommends the cheeseburger instead.
At the sushi restaurant.
Yeah, there's burgers.
Why didn't he get a job at like Future Labs? Isn't that like where
I don't
someone
wanna
else
do
went
that.
after the Phoenix Assembly disassembled? What was his name? Oz?
Oh, yeah. Oz didn't leave on the best terms, so we don't really talk.
I see. Can I get that dirt as he is currently my boss, and I would love to have dirt on my boss?
You know, because of your stupid feet, that Oz is public. Oz is pretty public about why he isn't in the Phoenix Assembly anymore.
Feet. I was like, what's wrong with his feet?
You know
Yeah,
that,
yeah, you got a problem with my feet?
I'm sure, like, because your stupid feet. I was like, whoa. Harsh.
You would know that the Oz is pretty public about why he left the Phoenix Assembly. Obviously, the big one with the big circle around it is that heroes became illegal, so he wasn't allowed to do anymore. Number two is that Dr. Richard Darling, made a fortune off of them, basically like using them, and they never really saw a penny of it. So he was pretty much like, oh, like they were like a product to him, as opposed to like his team. And that made him really he couldn't take it anymore, so he left. And when Dr. Darling died, he took over his spot over at Future Tech because he believes he could do a better job.
I see.
Yeah. He goes, all right. And then you guys walk into this giant kitchen. You see that there's like a little like hollow TV that's in there that's playing. You see that Miles grabs like a bowl of cereal and is like eating it dry, like no milk, just using his hands and eating a dry thing of cereal like it's like it's like a big box of Cheez-Its or something.
I would say, what the fuck's wrong with you? But like dry cereal is like one of my favorite snacks. Just have some dry cinnamon toast crunch.
It's the only way I'll eat cereal. I hate
I'm also a fan.
he goes, do you guys want anything? I probably should have asked first.
Theo like leans into him and is like, "Hey man, so I don't feel good about it, but I just made a trench coat, so I can I like really? Can I just go at it?
You made a you didn't.
Hey, just keep it on the down low, like. You know, I just want to
Perception. I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
stuff.
I want to
No,
hear
you-
this.
You
Can I
speak
roll
more quiet, and
perception?
he goes, "You made a trench coat," and you just everybody one by one just going, "You made a trench coat!" Like,
Guys, I was under a lot of pressure.
I was under a lot of duress, man.
Pressure? You just walked into
All
a
you did was
room.
step in a tube. Where was the pressure? There was no social pressure. There was no peer pressure.
It's
you were
specifically
out
an
there waiting for me.
unpressurized tube, so there's no pressure in it.
But
In
all of
his
you were
defense,
like,
I made what I'm wearing now,
Of course we were
except
waiting.
without a sleeve.
Also, how long have we been here?
Now?
It's been a couple hours at this point. The suits part took the longest, but you guys have been here for a few hours. And this is like the moment right before they're about to show you to your rooms. So he's like, you should gather around the kitchen before he can explain some stuff to you.
I'm not asking this in character, but I'm just genuinely curious because I don't remember catching it. What the fuck happened to Theo's brother?
He
Did he go home?
he,
Woke up and left?
he woke up and left.
Yeah.
He woke up, saw the note
Okay.
from his brother, was like, "Shit, I'm about to hear this," and then he left.
I see. Okay, I just wanted to check because I thought he was still like unconscious downstairs or something.
okay, but
Yeah.
to all of you, what brother?
Yeah, no. That's why I said it's not in character.
Yeah. You guys see that the doctor comes in while you guys are arguing about lab coats and trench coats and stuff.
Nope, just trench coat.
And you see he goes, I hope you've had a very good time creating your superhero image.
Yeah, he made the trench coat.
Was the customization not up to par so that you could not make something more than a trench coat?
I was feeling really anxious. Okay, can I just go retry?
There's a period of time where we needed to, it gets very hot once one goes through. So yours is probably still very heated. We need a moment before we can reset it, and when the time comes, Miles will go, and he will reset it for you. I advise you not to make a
throw some
trench coat a
ice on
second
it?
time.
Can you just throw some ice on it?
We have methods of cooling it down quicker. Just
We're not fighting right now, fool. We're about to go to bed. Who cares?
you see, he goes, yes. Now, if you'd give me a moment to explain how things will work in the next coming days. The big one is that for each of you who wishes to stay here, we have rooms assigned for each of you.
This bitch, he knows I don't have a house. This fucker.
He goes, they are fully furnished, and just about anything you could ask for is within the manor. That includes food, that includes help or entertainment. He says, but afterwards, when we start to when we start to hammer in all of that training of yours, and as a team, as an individual, we will start to bring the world the new Phoenix Assembly. But again, the big one is your superhero image.
Two bitches who literally are wearing the same thing. Stupid fuck.
Philip raises his hand.
So it's okay if I go sleep at home and not scare my parents that
He
I'm
goes-
not going to be there.
He goes, sure, but I've already sent them a message.
What the fuck did you send his parents? That's creepy.
What did you say to them?
That you've been accepted into an extraordinary program that will give you not only great
They
opportunities,
took you right then.
but
They didn't send you on a pack. They didn't, ask your parents for permission. This kid's a minor.
Should I'm gonna go home and talk to them about that?
very well. They seemed very eager for you to go on. I made sure not only to use very creative language, but to advise that that everything will be paid for, and that you have been accepted into essentially a university that has been all expenses paid.
Isn't
Is
it
it,
like a
aren't
mouse
you
weird?
like?
I still want to say bye to my parents, though.
Well, by all means.
You didn't send anything to my people, right?
No, your parents, your mother is extremely dangerous and has her hands in a lot of crime rings inside of Bastion City. We will need to find a different methods of approach when it comes to Ma.
He didn't
Why not
say
just
that.
fall off the
None of
cliff?
you heard that. He didn't say that. I'm gonna go home.
Just make sure you return. We have training in the
When?
morning.
What time?
Bright and early. He goes. How does 5 a.m. sound?
No.
Not good.
I can do 7.
7 sounds better.
Could
He
you not
goes.
just, like,
He goes. Very well. Now we have our
7 after 12.
we have
Fuck you.
we have our suits. Have you all
Well,
chosen your
wasn't hand
aliases
raised.
yet? How do I unveil the world? How do I unveil you to the world? What is the aliases you've chosen? He goes. Actually, I have a list of what they've chose right here. And you see, he goes. Good. Philip, you are Philip's threads.
That's terrible.
Very well. You see
no,
that
no. I thought that was like the
Alpha, you have
preset in the
chosen-
machine. I thought that's what it was. Just I thought it was the name of a file.
Oh,
I didn't-
yeah, sure. Alpha, you have chosen robot. Interesting. Teo, you have chosen trench coat.
I promise. I thought it was just a preset name.
He says, the first of the actual aliases. He goes, Tristan, well done. You have chosen Mr. 5.
Sorry, did you just say Mr. 5?
Yep.
What the hell is wrong with you? That is so fucking boring.
Mr. Threads. He goes, no, I agree. Though it is a very, though it is an alias, it is a terrible one. So far, you guys are 4 for 4, like over 4. Because he goes, and finally, Miss Colette, you have chosen Nova.
Like space. It is. Pause. I'm gonna Google the definition of nova so I sound cool. Hold on.
It also means no go in Spanish.
That is what it means.
It's your character so well.
Star. Nova is short for supernova, which is like the death of a star.
Yeah, it's just a very bright star that increases in brightness and then slowly, over time, implodes, which is how I tend to be.
Yes,
Don't you
I
feel
am very
powerful?
versed in astrophysics and the terms. You do not need to explain the Nova to me. But this is interesting. Do you feel you are as a star? A dying one at that?
I think that my whole life I have had an image in my head that I cannot quite put on the canvas, but the more I feel my power grow, I can almost do it. It's there, it's on the tip of my tongue, and that is how I feel. So fuck you.
Language.
Please tap her again.
He says, very well. Seeing that the hero's image is the most important part of them, aside from their ability to save, I will offer each of you an addendum if you wish to change your aliases now.
Is this all your guys' mulligans? Fuck all you bitches.
Can I just change it whenever I edit my suit?
Same.
You raised a good point.
I'm like the only one who doesn't want to be here, and I can do this shit. Y'all suck.
he says, well, I can change the names, or you can wait until your suit is done. I said, if, it is up to you. Obviously the time frame will be different.
I'm awake.
I am robot.
I love him.
He says, I was skeptical of your name at first, Alpha, but he says it is vague, yet it is specific at the same time.
It fits.
He
You know,
goes,
it's a robot.
Why does he need an alien? He like doesn't.
It doesn't exist.
He doesn't
Like,
go into the sky. He's just a robot. Like,
it's just a robot.
he couldn't just be Alpha.
That is
What
my
name would you
superhero name.
suggest for me, sir?
He says,
Professor, please.
Yes?
I whisper in his ear.
He says, that is a very interesting name. So, I do not think, Parasite Man is a good name. It gives the wrong image of maybe perhaps one of his, a strange disease?
Is that? Yeah. No. Seems.
Some could say like a symbiote.
Aren't you a woman though?
Just like extraterrestrial. Because like
I'm sorry.
you're of Earth, you're a terrestrial, but you're extra. You've got some extras.
I'm a little lost.
That's a good one, actually. He says,
Extraterrestrial?
this is...
Everyone's just gonna call you ET.
Yeah, but there's like a hyphen in the middle. There's like a hyphen in the middle. It's like extra terrestrial.
Yeah, ET. I'm calling you.
No, not ET. It's like there's the hyphen in the middle.
Yeah, E-T.
You see,
No,
he goes,
not E-T. No, not X.
you see, he says, very well, while we discuss our new aliases, can anyone tell me what does a hero's image mean?
Yes.
That they want to go home and sleep.
It means nothing. The public thinks what they want to think.
That
We
is
need
not
to
the-
not
he goes,
destroy
that is not the
stuff.
answer we were going for.
Well, you have to.
You hear Miles is over just like, you see he goes, he means reputation.
What?
He means reputation.
Replication?
I was like, what?
He goes, yeah. he means reputation. Like people hate us. Remember?
As they should. What have we done for the world besides break things and be annoying and create movies that make no sense, that make no money, and are named so stupidly?
We haven't done
Yeah,
anything.
fuck Dawnstar.
He says,
You can tell Colette hates it.
you see, he goes, and that's why this new age of heroes is supposed to be different. That's what you guys are for. And that's why it's so important for your hero image to be, you know, your first one, your debut to be so impactful, so important.
Well, we need to be kind, unlike Dawnstar.
We need to not be stupid, unlike Don't Star.
He says, yeah,
We need to be good looking, unlike Dawnstar.
Let's just keep roasting this.
yeah, yeah, you know, we're like public enemies 1 through 100. So
We should be humble, unlike Dawnstar.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
We should be.
We should be cool like Red Akuma.
Get out, leave. You're not welcome on this team
Red
anymore.
Akuma. Red Akuma is like this world's Batman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Batman sucks though.
You're not welcome on this
Red
team
is
anymore. We had this
dope.
thing going, you
This
ruined
world,
it.
next
Like,
world,
get
and
go,
that world.
leave.
Batman's lame.
You're gone.
Batman's just a little bitch with money. So is Superman, but with powers.
Superman doesn't have money.
No, I said but
Superman is
with powers.
What?
Superman broke
He's
as
not a
hell.
bitch.
No, I said but with. My point is they're both bitches.
Hey,
They
excuse
run
you.
their lives on emotion.
EC goes, yeah. Let's not be like Dawnstar.
Yeah.
I think we've all agreed that we dropped the ball on that one. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
That should be the new name for the Phoenix Assembly. It should be Fuck Dawnstar.
It should be not Dawnstar.
No, but then
Not
that sounds-
Dawnstar.
and
Perfect.
that sounds
It's got such a nice ring
F.
to it.
English is hard. You. Dawnstar. Yes.
You see, he goes, yeah. But, you know, before you go out and do anything, you gotta win over the people. So,
This is what I hate about America, okay? In France, you could be a total bitch as long as you help, they care. They don't care. It's fine. It's fine. Over here, you have to make yourself look good and be good. And all the white mamas named the Lucy or the Karen, whatever their name is, they have to like you. I say
See,
fuck
you're
you.
kind of sounding like Dawnstar right now.
Yeah, I'm
You
getting
see,
some
he goes-
Dawnstar
he goes-
vibes.
you know, I do recall that is a bit how Dawnstar used to sound when he was in the halls.
What?
I mean, you do also have a name that's kind of like a star, like Nova.
Yeah, you know, you
Dawnstar.
kind of got you're on that similar vein, you know.
I just hold
For
up
someone
one
who
finger.
doesn't
You're like the
Dawnstar.
Dawnstar knockoff.
You're like great value
I
Dawnstar.
hold up one finger.
One finger. Okay, the number one. Yes, the number one. I see.
Theo looks so relieved that they're not talking about the trench coat anymore.
No, it goes, what is
It'll
this?
come
I'm
back
not
up. It
wearing
will
a
come back
stupid
up.
trench
It
coat.
will. Just wait. Just wait.
He goes, yes. Now, Miles is right. Your biggest obstacle moving forward will be the public. Without them, we have no grounds to stand on when it comes to the preparation for what is to come.
Well, I don't know how you're going to fix that. This is not.
Be the opposite of you, Nova. That's how we can fix it.
I should just leave now.
You see that Miles goes, well, do you have anything in mind? You see, he's like, I don't know. Like, do you have anything in mind? And you guys hear like, well, I'm not so certain. Whatever it is, it just needs to be. It needs to be open. It needs to be with many eyes. It needs to be public. You guys hear at that very moment the TV that is on behind you. Breaking news alert! Law enforcement has found themselves in a deadly shootout downtown in Bastion City Trust.
Are you just like Hancock right now?
Authorities have advised the public to stay away and safe from the scene as the assailants are armed and extremely dangerous. Not much is known about these aggressors, only that hostages have been taken within the bank. This is prime news, bringing you more as the situation develops. And you see, well, that is uncanny.
Oh my gosh, is that Will Smith?
We were about to go to bed. We were about to go, rest up and get ready to train. Are you sure we're ready for our debut? I don't think we are.
He says, well, I
mean, I took down an entire robot fleet, so like...
Yeah, like, good for you. I didn't get to do shit tonight. I shot one thing, helped minutely, and then passed the fuck out.
You see, he says, yeah, I don't know. He goes, that is some crazy timing, isn't it? Like, he goes, well, I guess we found our first break.
Fuck y'all.
He goes,
wait, I thought our costumes were ready.
You literally see, he goes, yeah, I thought you're literally go, I thought our costumes weren't ready. You watch the pad just go, ding, giant check mark pops up and he hits it, and he goes, where they are now?
Yeah, only one of them is
Oh boy, Trenchcoat gets to go out in public.
Only one of
We're
them.
going into gun war. This is bulletproof. I don't think this is. You know what? Actually, yes, this is a great idea. I think we should let them go.
I'm the only one that's bulletproof.
I say we go.
I'm bulletproof.
You guys, are you? Well, here's the question: Are you suiting up?
I'm suiting up.
Are we ready for this? I'm not confident we're ready for this.
I'm editing my suit first. I'm 100% editing my suit.
I don't think we're ready for this. I mean, two of us didn't even make bulletproof suits. And, like, I still don't know how to not pass out when I fucking use blood. I don't know if we're ready for this. This seems a little fast.
I'm gonna put on my jacket that I made.
You're non-bulletproof.
Trench coat.
It's just stylish jacket.
Putting on my stylish jacket. And saying,
you guys, we cut over to the costume room. You guys are walking past the different lights on the costume because you guys, now that you're in here, not using the fabricator, you see that all of the lights are only on the suits. So they're just being like illuminated from the bottom. You see Dawnstar's costume. Again, first off, you see the original Phoenix Assembly's costume. Dazzler.
Trouble what I get if I walk over and just take my black lipstick and just put like an X over Dawnstar.
Well, you're welcome to try. You're welcome to, I guess. Nobody's like in here with you necessarily.
Lipstick, you can wash it.
You just
For sure.
put on a little X over Dawnstar. Which version 1, 2, or 3?
All of them.
All three of them. All three of them. Yeah, you see Dazzler's suit is in here. You see like Finn's suit is in here, but like it's way smaller than he is now. Yeah, you see Dazzler's suit in here. You see like a hero whose name's Titania's suit is in here. You see a bunch of different suits, and then you guys see your suits down the side there. We cut to a dope montage of you guys fucking suiting up. They are fully like to your measurements.
Quick question.
I want to state that for the record. I never said I was going yet.
Yeah, quick question.
What's up?
How long did it take to make those suits? Give me a time frame.
It took about an hour. It took about an hour.
So if I were to add something very, very small to my suit, how long would it take?
First off, bulletproofing is so.
Bulletproofing
into
is
the
not
fabric.
fast.
There's
That's
no
like
way
me
to
stitching
hold
the
it.
entire
You
jacket
just
from
put
the ground
the
up.
You can't just put bulletproof dust
Could
on
just,
it.
put on a bulletproof vest. I'm sure they
If
have
I were
those
to add
lying
something
around.
very, very small to my suit, how long would it take?
It depends on how
Sully,
small it is. What do you want to add to it?
Remember that conversation we had earlier?
Which one?
Tie clip.
The one where I couldn't mess with the programming?
Yes.
Can I mess with the programming and make our suits bulletproof before we go?
You can't just make the bulletproof. You have to
It already
sew
has.
them.
Well, no, like
Bulletproof
he's
in the programming.
no. He's asking if he can hack the machine to make it go ridiculously fast.
Yeah.
It's gonna have holes.
Are you willing to risk sabotaging the machine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you fool!
I will
That's
tell you
never
this
gonna
now.
be a
I will
great
tell
day.
you this now. It's not a matter of if you succeed, because you're likely to succeed regardless. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll on my end. If I roll poorly, the machine is destroyed. And that's going to destroy your gear for the rest of the game.
Aw, man.
Oh god.
Destroy our
So,
gear.
so you have your
Plus, we
suits, but you won't
gear
have any.
blinking.
You'll have no gadgets or access to anything else for the rest of the game.
Let's not, Brett, because as soon as you turn into a ghost, the fucking shirt's gonna hit the floor anyway.
That's a very solid point.
Yeah, because he didn't get incorporeal fabric.
That's a very
He
good.
ain't get the ghost
Shape-shifting
sleeve.
incorporeal fabric.
Can you just say that I definitely got sticky boots?
In that case, yeah.
Okay. So you get those.
We're not
You guys
gonna do
suit
it.
up. We cut to the one scene of Theo putting on just this trench coat while everybody else is like suit, boots, gloves, helmet, mask, and he's just like arms. Like
No. He ties it.
he just ties it on the side there. You see
Oh, I
that
forgot
like
to add the mask. Shit.
yeah, you can get a little tie clip. It's pretty easy for you to get a tie clip. So that's no big deal.
Good. I want a Desperado mask.
I'm just like, look, guys, it's not just a trench coat anymore.
It's a tie it.
So like a clips right here. Keeps
Oh,
it from.
a
It
tie
clips
Yeah.
your tie to your shirt, so
Yeah,
it doesn't
it
go
stops your
flying.
tie from
Is it a
going nuts.
full tie clip? Does it do anything?
It just says TPA. Like
It has a V on it.
Okay. So it's a.
Are any of you wearing masks?
Yeah.
I would like a
Face
Desperado
is a
mask.
mask.
Desperado mask, like the full like bandana that wraps around your head, or just like the eye one, like the one that just sits on your eyes.
The full like wraps around your head bandana one.
Okay.
Now that I know.
And I want to be
I'm
bulletproof.
disgusted.
Is anybody else wearing a mask?
Yeah, you know what mine looks like.
Yeah.
But mine has a.
Yeah, COVID's crazy, guys. Make sure you wear a mask.
I'll just make my face so that I don't have a face.
Yeah, me
That's-
too.
Sounds good. You guys head out
Really?
into the manor, and you see that the doctor just like is just like, all right, I feel like I gave you ample amount of time to make a sufficient suit.
Give us 1 hour. With no prior knowledge of how to do this, what we're doing, what would be good in a fighting
Look,
situation.
all I have to say is if Dawnstar can get 3 versions of his suit, we can definitely get more than one of ours.
He says, very well.
Yeah, I'm
But
trying
he
this
says,
game
you
to
see,
get
he
back.
narrows his eyes and he
It's a rough draft.
you see, he narrows his eyes and goes, but did you pulls up his cane, makes him bulletproof, bow, shoot you in the chest, shoot you in the chest, Theo.
It just goes through me.
It goes through the trench coat, through your clothes, through your chest, and he goes, haha, I see you do not take advantage of the bulletproof briefing.
I'm not going to the doc, and I'm like, hey, just so you know, I'm doing me a favor, and don't do that to Kid Quantum, if you used to.
Oh, that was a favorite pastime of mine. Why would you not suggest?
He, doesn't like it. Yep.
Interesting. He's never said he doesn't like
told
being.
me
He's never
privately.
told me he doesn't
likes
like being
being
shot in the
told me.
chest. I will take your I will take it into consideration.
Kill this kid.
Now,
Look, Professor, this was a mistake. I'm making another one. I apologize.
he goes, you're using a lot of resources for your trench coat.
You could have gone.
But look, I have a tie clip too.
He goes, is that's made from the machine? You couldn't just go to the local market to get a tie clip? You had to make one in my multi-billion-dollar machine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure we're on the same page. Just as long as we're both speaking the same language.
We're not, but okay.
Yes, using my multi-billion-dollar machine to make tie clips and socks. Sounds good. Well, I know this is a hasty first mission, but you are now the Phoenix Assembly. I recommend not calling yourselves that until you are unified. But it seems at this very moment, you have a bank to save.
Wait, isn't this illegal? Aren't we going to get in trouble?
I recommend running away.
What?
After the job is done.
Don't you
I want to
still-
raise this question, though, and it's a very real, very, very serious question. If the former members of the Phoenix Assembly also were stationed here, does that not immediately give away our base of operations to the police?
I mean, perhaps if the original Phoenix Assembly was to come here and tell them, but Dawnstar, as we've all discussed, is a bit of an idiot.
Right, but I still see no appeal. Why am I doing
Okay,
this?
but like, could like Oz or somebody not just like if they get questioned by the cops, it's like, yeah, you know, you're a superhero. Where would these superheroes be? Like, you know?
I feel like the doctor would kill them if they tried to reveal us.
They probably took some oath or some shit.
An oath, huh? What do they got? Nanites like aimed at their heart, ready to just fucking pounce?
Some of them do, yes.
They all have bombs
What
in
the
their
fuck?
That was the part that got him. Not the part of this, but the fact that you can't rat on him. Oh god.
He goes, besides, I am running out of bullets in my cane pistol. So,
You
I
can
need
reload it?
I need time to reload extra cartridges into my...
It's good. It's that ancient.
He says, Isabel, the situation at the bank is getting very dire. Why are you doing this?
Yes.
Because...
If you say for the greater good, I could not give a shit.
Just a moment.
Am I gonna get
need to think
paid?
about something else.
I
I will say, because who else will if you don't?
I'll live Zen. I can go home.
Question. Are we getting paid for this because my other job is kind of also non-immersed and this is a very, very time-consuming matter being a superhero.
Oh, do you,
And I don't have a house.
do you need credits?
Is there compensation?
Do you need credits?
Credits is like the currency.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I'm a university student, you know, so I gotta live.
Yeah, people don't work for free, so.
Miles? He's like, yeah. Fetch me my data pad. You see, he brings over like this pad and he goes, how is 100,000 credits?
Oh my god.
Each?
You see, he goes, oh, is that too low?
Yes.
Philip just starts choking at, is that too low?
I don't need anything right now. Yeah.
He's just-
I don't know.
Take that case.
He says, oh, so do you need me to double it?
Yes.
Very well. You see, he says, he says, hold out your hand.
Him first.
He says, oh, very well. Hold out your hand.
Philip holds out his hand while gagging on the floor.
You see, there's a scanner at the bottom of it, and he scans your like fingerprints, which links him to your bank account. And he goes, and he just like he goes, and he just goes, and sent, and you just like
This is gonna look legit, right? Like I'm not gonna have the IRS come banging on my apartment door.
he says as far he goes, listen, the IRS cares about no one in Bastion City. I assure you, there is much too much making money through prostitution rings and such for them to care about a measly 200,000 credits transaction.
Wait, come on.
I'm gonna hold out my arm too. Like, can Can I get some money too?
Are you not getting an allowance from your parents? I mean, I understand if not, but
No.
I can.
Even if he was, it'd be like $5.
You
Fuck,
see-
right.
He scans your hand and he gets you a he does a transfer for you.
How much is the transfer for? Is it like an allowance? Is it 10 credits?
It's 10 credits up to 2,000,
Like, it's
200,000.
You're getting 500. I'm only getting 300. You're getting 300. I'm only getting 100. You guys are getting paid. That's who Tristan is.
He says, "Your turn. You require a payment, yes?"
Yes. I'm in the studio.
Well, while we work on getting you a new studio, you are welcome to live here. But as of right now, it seems that Future Tech has made its purchase on your building.
I hate my building. I don't care. Find me something new. And then I stay.
I mean, this is a pretty good place. I mean,
I do not want to
and
live
you
here.
can
Stay.
you can live here for free. Are you kidding me? Fully stocked fridge every day? Like massive,
Yes.
make whatever
Right.
clothes you want?
But I have to listen to this. I'll tell you that's where it stops.
Well, see,
I mean,
each of
that
the
is very
rooms
valid.
is completely soundproof and locks from the inside.
A bank.
That was to him.
And you
This
guys
is-
are arguing about credits.
Hey, I'm not arguing about credits. I'm arguing about whether or not this is a really nice place to live.
He just scans your hand.
Which it would be.
You just see, whoop, and there's a notification that says like you've had a. It's like from this weird like, it's not from like Dr. So and so. It's from like the museum, like business as a building. That says like the so and so museum like has transferred 200,000 credits.
Is this like a week or?
We will discuss your salaries and your payments in the in the days upcoming.
Yes.
But consider it an extension of good faith while you go and become the best heroes that you can be, while
Okay.
I
No promise.
fund the whole thing.
Yep. This should be fun.
I agree. He goes, now then, does anybody have a catchphrase that they would like to say that they can rile the team?
Fuck you.
Not that fun.
It's
Fuck
hero time.
Dawnstar?
Fuck Dawnstar.
You see,
like this one
you
first.
see, he's like, no, and you hear Miles go, yeah, fuck Dawnstar, I like that one. And he goes, no, Miles, do not coerce them. And he's just, he goes,
Theo puts his hand out like to do a chant.
you see, Miles goes, do it.
My
Anyone
mouth
else?
opens and you just hear a dial tone.
Hey, fucking old man.
You see that Theo puts his hand in for a huddle, like where they do in the huddle where they
I
put their hands
definitely
in.
do not do that.
You guys are all standing not in a full huddle, but you are standing kind of like around each other.
What the? Why do we? Sir, we don't even know how to put the bulletproof into our trench coats. Okay. We
I
don't
will
know.
fist bump Theo because Theo seems cool.
We're gonna put our arms on our shoulders, like lean in.
Oh god, the flashbacks to high school theater.
You see, he says, I understand it's a lot to process, but a good team building catchphrase or chant that you will do will come spontaneously, will come in the moment. So I recommend you do it on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Fuck Dawnstar.
Dawnstar.
Okay, I'm leaving now. And I start walking towards
Just
the bank.
the whole kitchen just rolls. Fuck Dawnstar! And he goes, no! You guys all storm outside. Could
Could you imagine fucking cameras come up?
Miles also coming for curiosity's sake.
no, Miles is going to be your oracle. He's like your eyes in the
You
sky.
should stay home.
I see.
It's probably for the.
You see that you guys go outside. You see that there's this like crazy like Batmobile kind of sports car that's waiting for each it's for you guys. So you can ride in one car or you can separate it into 5 separate motorcycles.
Oh, for sure.
I'm taking my
Oh,
bike.
that's not
Taking a
happening. I'm
motorcycle.
flying. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm taking my bike 100%.
So you guys all get in. You guys all like get into the car, and you see like that there's like a literal button that just says like you detach it, and it's just like You all hit it, and the thing just fully separates into these like domed, like you're like in, because like the car has like the cabin, right? The motorcycles also have a cabin, but just like a front and back wheel. The steering wheel fully splits in half and makes the throttle and the handlebars. You guys are in these super high tech motorcycles. You guys see Theo just gets on his old little fucking his sports bike. His Vespa. And then you guys hear like, all right, are you guys reading me? Hello?
Oh my god, little child.
How'd you get one of these things in my bike?
He goes, no, they're implemented into each of your suits. You should be able to hear me in your mind, almost kind of like a neural link, because it's actually connected to your skin.
That makes a lot of sense.
So in his trench coat.
So long as you're wearing your suit, you should be able to hear me loud and clear. I will be able to give you as much detail walking you in, so you're not going in blind as much as I can.
Miles?
Go ahead.
My suit won't transform with me, so I'm gonna be blind.
He goes, no, you're good. He says the machines scan your body and your powers when it makes it in mind. So if you're a shape changer or anything like that, it'll change with you into your new form. As far as like bulletproof and stuff go, that is something you got to put in by yourself, which we've already discussed that you have not.
Just, like, put it on you think that would be common sense though? That's on you.
Wow, it can automatically scan and like adjust to our powers, but God forbid it automatically be bulletproof.
Which is like, it should be common. That should be like first.
That's what I'm saying.
A superhero costume
goes-
that's not bulletproof.
He goes, cool, yeah, no, I got it, thanks. Talk about my $1 billion machine that I built from scratch with my bare hands. No
yeah,
big deal.
your $1 billion machine that doesn't automatically make bulletproof super suit.
Listen, not everybody needs bulletproof super suits.
Yes. Yes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Listen, bulletproof
Yes,
is only.
they do.
He goes, you don't understand. Bulletproof is only for small arms fire. So if you're flying through the air and you get shot with an AA gun, it's not gonna do anything. Or if you get shot with the cyber division and they've got energy-based weapons, it's gonna disintegrate your suit right then and there.
Is this machine for Dawnstar? Because you're a lazy little bitch.
Wait, I picked the one that was specifically
This
for
is a
energy
great
weapons.
starting rally. Hey guys, let's just
He goes-
bring back the fuck Dawnstar energy.
Mine's not bulletproof for regular bullets, right?
We're just like,
But it's right.
as we're driving.
What'd you say, Cody?
I said I picked the one that was specifically for energy ones, though, right? So like it's not bulletproof for regular bullets, but it stops energy weapons.
Yes,
right?
correct.
Okay.
You see, he goes, all right, so if we're done arguing about my machine, he's like, I will guide you in as best as I can, giving you what I can from the I'm going to try and hack the surveillance when you get there. But as far as the actual, how you handle the bank heist is going to be up to you. I recommend, try to win over the public first, because they're going to be scared and they're going to be vulnerable. This is a big time for you guys. So, good luck, Godspeed, and you hear like as he like puts the headset down. Fuck Dawnstar. And that's it all for this episode of the Phoenix Assembly.
Very exciting. I'm like G-Force right now.
Tune in next time where our heroes will try to make their debut as the new Phoenix Assembly
And I will draw your suit.
as at a bank heist where there are hostages and deadly armed and dangerous assailants. Will they succeed? Well,
Probably not.
well, we don't know. They don't know, and I certainly don't either. Either way, you'll have to find out by tuning in next week. This has been your Adventures Guide. I've been your Dungeon Master, reminding you that it could always be worse. See ya. See you next time.